Hey everybody.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the God Mode channel. We are here with some Friday night Dungeons and Dragons. I see Evan in the background. Kevin, that's great. I just hope Evan looms over you for the entire time. That'd be perfect. I am Jaso, the DM slash wizard. And who else is joining me this fine Friday evening?
Hey everyone, I'm Bailey, and I play Karma Tycoon, your tiefling eloquence bard. I've had one glass of wine.
Hey, I'm Luke, and I'm playing Raphael, the Aasimar Inquisitor, that is to say, bard and warlock.
What's up, everyone? My name is Kevin, and I'm playing Monifa Sonara, your tabaxi rogue monk.
What's up, everyone? My name's Slim, and I'll be playing Cassius Auditor, a tiefling warlock, pact of the tome undead.
Hey, Kyle, I'm gonna play Ubir Sholun, a Twilight Cleric of Celestian. I best bodyguard on Halcyon. I always stop attack. Always. Most of the time.
Hey guys, I'm Amanda. I play Alloy, the Tabaxi Artificer.
Meow!
Meow.
Hey everybody, I'm Nick, and I play
Vip Maxworth, Fey Folk Ranger, and best salesman in all of the Twixt. Buy, sell, trade.
Thank you, everybody. I see that, Mousy. We had to do a little bit of rearranging because Amanda is away from home and has some spotty Wi-Fi in her area, little to none practically. So the pictures may be a little at a place, but when I switch over to our other main Devils in the Details screen, it'll right itself. So just kind of deal with it for just a second. Let me actually really quickly see here. Let's see. So yes, welcome everyone. Tonight is session 13 of Devils in the Details, our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons roleplay heavy intrigue campaign. I want to give a quick shout out, as always, at the upfront beginning of the stream to Peachy Yuri as well as Iruichi for their awesome help with all of our art. And that is for both our character art as well as the NPC art. So thank you so much for all of that. Again, for whatever reason, similar to last night's stream, I can't type in the chat. I don't know why that is, but on Streamlabs, it's not letting me type. So I'm going to tell you the things to punch in to get to the places you need to go, because I got Nightbot commands. So yes, go give them some love. It's Peachy Yuri with 2 I's, and then Iruichi, it's Iruichi over on Twitter. Give them some love. They do a really great job, and I really appreciate all of their help. I may also be getting some more art from Iruichi, but that will be something you guys will have to find out later. We got a crochet critter giveaway announcement. Not only do we have a new one to announce, but also we have a person to pick for the Monifa Sonara cat. This is Kevin's character, Monifa Sonara, the Tabaxi rogue / monk. We had a number of entrants this week to enter to win this cutie, and I rolled a random die to pick a winner. And as I've mentioned before, and will continue to mention, this is a critter that is loved by all of the people who play our games, so I specifically allowed them and everyone else just to notice that they are allowed to join and try to win these for themselves. So they were allowed to enter and participate, so I went ahead and rolled for a winner, and the winner is Slim. Slim has won Monifa, the crochet critter.
To be fair, we need more people entering, because it's like
We do.
entering and
Yeah.
there's like nobody else entering.
What's up, Chaos Theory? Thank you for stopping by and joining us. I did not create this myself. This was created by my girlfriend Tisa. She owns a shop over on Etsy. It's called Tisa's Crochet Critters. Punch in !Etsy to get that link. And basically what's going to happen is Monday I'm going to start a new giveaway for a character I'm about to reveal. I'm going to get some deets from you, Slim, to be able to send that your way. So congratulations, you won that. But yes, go check out her Etsy shop. She works really hard on making these. When we start the new giveaway, coming this Monday, not only do you have to just follow some simple rules to enter the giveaway, like the tweet, make sure you're following my Twitter at godmode with the underscore in there, as well as retweeting the actual tweet, but you can get a double chance to win by going over to her Etsy page and just making sure to favorite and follow it. So I appreciate that so much. So a little bit of a preview of what's going to be coming Monday here.
Can't wait. I want to see this.
I'm going to just try and see if I can't do another zoom out. Here's this here. I'm going to slowly pull out. Slowly pull out. Slowly pull out.
Oh, this is glorious.
Oh, wait, I want to see it. Oh, wait, I still see it.
We got a Cassius Auditor. He's got his little toofus sticking out. He's got his gold coin. It's kind of showing through the green screen. I don't know why, actually. There's no green on here.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Look at Cassius.
He's got his horns bent back with his slick back hair. He's super cute. So he is going to be our next crochet critter giveaway. Make sure and keep an eye out over on the Twitter. We're going to start that Monday. It's going to run the whole week. And similarly, I'm going to announce the winner the following Friday. So make sure to go check that out. Enter once we start if you want to win that for yourself. And go check out her Etsy shop. She has a lot of different animals and critters in there right now, but if you're like a lover of TTRPG stuff, she is starting to make a couple of these cool looking dragon scale dice bags you can go check out. There's a silver one in there now. So go take a look, give it some love. She worked really hard to make these, and thank you so much for everyone who entered, and also Slim for winning that. So I'll send that your way, Slim. So thank you guys so much. So we just hit 1,100 Twitter followers. Make sure and go over there, stay up to date. I do all kinds of giveaways and stuff over there. It's just kind of announcing my schedule and things like that. So it's a great place to keep an eye out for announcements. I want to give a quick shout out to Tyber Blackthorn, Commune DM, Storyforge, HG Beanie, Roll for Revelry, for all those follows this past week. Thank you so much. And a big thank you to everybody who has been giving subs, gifted subs, bits, Twitch channel rewards over the past week. I really appreciate it. It's been so nice of everyone to have this support. I have just been having an absolute blast doing all this. So thank you so much. And we are super close to our 100 sub goal. We're at 83 subs right now. So if any of you are in the chat and feel the need, you enjoy the content, and want to throw a subscription this way, you'll get a number of benefits. A lot of those you can see down in the About section of our Twitch page. I would greatly appreciate that as we kind of push towards that. As always, if you guys would remember to see if we can either raid Mozzarella or Carney Sideshow after the stream here. Also, Carney Sideshow recently did an interview with a dungeon over on the Better Than Heroes Twitch channel. You just do twitch.tv/betterthanheroes. And that is a interview, sort of like podcasty video thing where the DM from Better Than Heroes gets together with one of the players, and they basically just interview different people from the TTRPG sphere. So one of the DMs from Carney Sideshow popped in, and he's got this really interesting story. He actually plays DM to teach children the English language, and it's really interesting and neat. So you should go check that out. It's actually a really interesting watch. Thank you, Lazy Vengeance, Queen Gore, Anna, Luke, Mozzarella, Aqua Summerwoods, and Mousy for being Patreon members. I appreciate it so much. We do have a Patreon, patreon.com/GAWD_mode. It includes all kinds of cool things like a digital campaign guide regarding our homebrew worlds that you can get at any tier that you subscribe to. There is a bi-weekly Wild Force game, which is a series of one-shots DM'd by me every other Sunday that you can join in. There's already 3 players, but still room for 3 more, along with the occasional popper in, maybe from some of my friends here. So we have a lot of fun there. We've been playing it for like 6 or 7 sessions now. It's been an absolute blast. Every episode feels different and unique and a whole lot of fun. So go check that out. We also have physical merch, things like mini prints, stickers, and t-shirts. If you are interested in getting the current items in terms of merch that are over on the Patreon page, make sure and go and sign up now, because within 1 month, we got summer coming, which means the seasonal merch is going to be changing. I've got completely new set of seasonal merch ready to go, and I'll be revealing that as time goes on. So make sure and keep an eye out for that, and look forward to it. So yes, thank you so much. You're also getting cool stuff by just hanging out with me tonight, even if you're just lurking, and that is Twitch channel points. You can buy all kinds of cool stuff like +1s to any of the players or my roles. You can get curios for any of the players, which are single-use consumable magic items. There's all kinds of really cool stuff. We got new rewards like the Karma's a Bitch, market volatility, and as requested last stream, we now have the Big Bullion package. Same amount of bits. However, now, because everyone has increased their investments, the Big Bullion package rewards any player 1d4 times 10 bullion pieces.
That's a lot of bullion.
That is a lot of bullion.
If you follow the channel here, you'll get an immediate number of points just for following the channel that you can use to buy all kinds of cool stuff. And if you're a subscriber, you get a multiplier to your points, so make sure and check that out. We also use stream stickers. Just mouse over the screen here, the screen. You can go over to the right side, you'll see a purple heart, or if you're on mobile, go check out the purple heart down below in the chat. Click on any of that and you can throw down a whole bunch of cute global stickers, just like this little cat was slapped over here, this Monifa cat. And if you're a subscriber, you get cool versions of all of our characters in chibi form made by Bay over at the Arms Dealer on Twitter. That's ARMES. Go check her out, give her some love. She makes really cool art. We also use the D&D Beyond plugin. You can see that too if you mouse over the stream. If you want to get a closer look at some of our characters, maybe see exactly what levels or classes or things they have on them, cool abilities, make sure and go check that out. You can see all of our stuff on there. That is mostly it. Who currently has the Karma coin on them?
You do.
I have it?
No, I had it.
No,
because
Oh, never mind.
Monifa had it, and Monifa wasn't here last time.
2 episodes ago, and I think last episode someone did Karma's a Bitch, and it went to
Jason.
Cat.
It was on me because I forgot it, and I forgot to use it.
Cash had it.
You guys just couldn't steal it from me
Oh.
because I wasn't in the game.
Okay.
D8.
D8, please. Mousy also says that she redeemed channel points. What points did you redeem, Mousy? I didn't see that. I was actually kind of prepping for the stream. Just let me know what you... I can actually go over to the... Let me go over here, actually, over on my own page. Go twitch.tv/godmode.
That's a 7.
Mousy did a +1 for OBs, a +1 for Cassius an hour ago, a +1 for Alloy. Karma's a Bitch.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's it. So +1 for Alloy, Cassius, and OBs, and a Karma's a Bitch.
Okay. So give me a D8 roll from you, Slim.
It's a 7.
All right, so I'm going to switch over here to our other screen so we can actually do this. So we got, starting on Slim, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alloy gets the Karma coin. Amanda. Karma is a B. Can you please roll me a D8?
Oh, well, it was fun when it left.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, another 7. It's still yours.
7.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, you keep the Karma coin. There you go.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, if you guys want to remember that. Also, just if you can remember all of those +1s, thank you so much for all of those, Mousy. And thank you for reminding me, because I did not see those. I was kind of getting stuff prepared here for the stream. So there we go. Karma coin has been doled out. We have the end of an exchange round to go over. And we also have a story to kick in. So let me go ahead and play our intro. We'll do our investment round, and then we'll jump into the game proper. So let me do our intro real quick here. All right, Nick, let's go ahead and have a 1d4 roll from you. Thank you so much, Mama Bear, for that.
No, for Alloy.
Oh wow.
Oh, for Alloy. Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
sorry,
I
Amanda.
thought you were pulling our leg.
No, Amanda,
Raphael,
give me a.
Thank you.
So everybody but Alloy. Excellent.
No,
I
no.
got 2, so I have 20.
Okay, so remember that. We'll add it to your totals here once we tally those up.
Fucking wrecked, Slim. You're so far behind now.
I like Mama Owl Bear. She's a nice lady.
We had quite a few investment decisions last round. We're going to see if those actually paid off for the players or not. A couple of players hedged their bets over on Mysticorp, which was supposedly going to hold steady. We're going to see if that turned out to be true or not. This is our investment round. Each of these bullion pieces that any of our players has, this is sort of like a meta game where they invest in 3 different companies, and whoever comes out on top is going to be seen as the smartest investor. And because they are working for one of our factions in our homebrew worlds known as the Bullionaire Bastion, they see someone who has these type of skills as someone who can lead the Bastion in terms of a profitable future that can in the end be a boon to all involved. So whoever ends up on top will be the leader of Bullionaire Bastion. So each of these bullion pieces, every single one of them is worth 10,000 gold. So we have quite a few millionaires on the board at this point, but this is all money that is not directly in their pockets. These are investments that they get to make, so they kind of have to keep them out and inside their own personal Bullionaire Bastion bank accounts. We had a couple people throw some money on Mysticorp, seeing that it was forecasted to hold steady. Did that prove true or not? The answer is no, not very much, because it got a value of 3 out of 10. The stocks fell. Everyone lost a certain portion of their money. I think they lost half for a value of 3.
Oh no, I feel so bad for all.
As always, don't worry about editing your tokens. We'll tally them at the end here. We only had 2 crazy people, Raphael and Vip, throw some of their bullion pieces and invest into a Mega Acoustics.
These are called dark horse candidates, and it's going to pay off one of these days.
You're absolutely right, Father.
Trying to test the what? We see some sell stickers. Did their investments pay off or not, despite Omega Acoustics looking like it was going to fall? The answer is the forecast was right. We got a value of 2 out of 10. But the smart thing is they only invested a couple pieces in there. So it didn't lose much, but did lose most of those.
I should have fucking put everything on it. That would have been so funny.
And it looks like most everyone decided to kind of hedge their bets and throw in on the hold steady over there on Voidistries. Even though they were projected to maybe hold steady, we had some bad luck with Mysticorp despite them projected to hold steady. Did it turn out to be true? Is everyone going to keep their coin? Or are they going to lose some or gain some? The truth is, Voidistries had a decent week. Not great, but decent. A value of 6 out of 10. So everyone who wagered on Voidistries is going to earn some cash.
Top, baby. Wait.
So,
Maybe.
that is the thing. We have to see who will end up on top. And I will reveal the... Let's first off take these out, because these are gone now. And let's go over who is in the rankings from bottom to top. I don't think I need to try and postpone this too long. Look, we got Cassius at the bottom with 54 bullion pieces. Following him in 6th place is Alloy with just the hairiest of hairs above in 55 bullion pieces. In 5th place, we have OBs with 137 bullion pieces. Following OBs, just a tier ahead, is Monifa with 145 bullion pieces. Beginning to climb the ranks a little bit, Monifa.
To his best too.
This is as it should be.
Following Monifa in 3rd place, top 3 with 519 bullion pieces, we have Vip Maxworth.
Yeah.
Following ahead of Vip in second place is Raphael with 693 bullion pieces, meaning that now taking back the throne in the number 1 spot is Karma Tycoon with 711 bullion pieces.
Like trolling.
So this is the point at which we will allow everyone to go ahead, choose where they want their investments to go. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the next set of forecasts that are going to be for each of these groups. They are all expected to fall.
Oh, God.
Before everyone begins to invest some of their bullion pieces, however, each and every one of you receive a letter from Dazel.
Mine says Karma just has to give all of her bullion to Raphael. How strange.
And also, just so you know, Jason, Cass got 6 billion packages from Mystic, and Vip got 8. No, 8 from Mouse? Goodness.
Oh my god. Okay, so hold on. So let's go back in time. Alloy, Mousy bought a bullion package for who at the beginning? Let me actually open this up on my end.
Oh.
Oh no, Vip got 9 from Mousy now. It's
What the fuck?
Yeah, see, the thing is, normally I'm able to see these over in Streamlabs, but for whatever reason, it's being a dick and I can't see any of this stuff, so I'm just going to go in the back end here over on Twitch so that I can actually see this stuff.
Oh, I've been clearing out the old ones.
Full
thank you so
disclosure,
much.
I have nice feet and I'm selling my bath water. That's how I get all my package.
Oh,
Gross.
So, I think Mousy bought a Bullionaire package, or bullion
Alloy
package
had
for
one.
someone. Okay, so Alloy, give me a D4 roll. And let's add that to... No, you already did your D4 roll. What'd you get?
Yeah. I got 20 and I already added
You
it
added
on
it. Okay, great.
55.
So then let's go through the others then that were just recently purchased. So we
Cass
got...
got 6.
Okay,
Cass
so
got 6.
Cass, let's get 6 D4 rolls from you then.
Money Cassius. Oh, yes.
One.
So add 210 bullion to your totals because these are big bullion packages.
This was a terrible idea.
Welcome to last place.
It's coming back. It's coming back to bite me.
Oh shit, that's a lot of bullion.
And do we know who was next, Kevin, after that?
Yeah, Vip got 9 from
9?
No,
Holy shit!
I was gonna
Vip
say
got 9 from Mousy.
he just needs to average a 2.5 to move into second place.
Vip, let's get 9 D4 rolls from you.
One.
Let's get that clap. VIP.
94s, huh?
Yes.
There.
One.
Thank you so much.
One.
My coronation is a 24.
Wow.
He's in the lead.
240 bullion pieces are added to your total.
A fake quarter is listen. You have far more assets than me to sell. And I'm the one that's getting all the packages. You tell me when you're ready to market.
I'm gonna find your informant.
I'll tell you.
Vip
my
got an
informant.
angel investor.
Yeah, really. So that's gonna shift things a little bit. We're gonna have Cassius enter 3rd place. Or no, I'm sorry. 4th place.
4th.
And then Vip, what is your total with all that together?
759.
How much?
759.
Okay, 759. That's gonna put you up at the top. If you'll just edit that token, please.
You said 759.
Correct.
7.
You needed a 2.5 to move into second place. You got 3 and moved into first.
Karma sat on the throne for a good 5 seconds before these big bullion packages exploded everything.
Titania blesses us all today.
So, here are the rankings that we're going to lock in before everyone receives their letter from Dazel. You think things are shaking up now?
No.
Oh,
man.
All right, what's this letter say?
Company acquisition is a common practice seen in Halcyon, one you'll need to get used to should you wish to lead Bullionaire Bastion into a golden future. Navigating successful business mergers, especially when it comes to working together on market speculation, is key to edging out the competition. Players at the opposite ends of the rankings, first with last, second with sixth, third with fifth, will split their bullion evenly amongst themselves. Odd-numbered split sees the extra bullion go into the investor in the lower rank. They should then strategize where to place their investments, as the total earnings or losses between the two of them will then be split again evenly between themselves during the next round's results. The fourth place investor directly in the middle of the rankings is immune from these effects.
Welcome to the big leagues, Manifa, you dastardly devil worshipper.
X.
This is like canon,
some real money.
canon team ups.
So let's figure this out real quick, right? So let's start off. We got Vip in first place, who is holding on to a fat 759, but is now going to take and merge that with Alloy 75 to get 834 pieces, which divided into two gives both of you 417 pieces.
Nice. I guess.
It's beyond
I
nice.
don't
It's
know.
perfect.
You just like 10 times your total worth.
You just got a huge windfall, little one.
Let's go ahead and give yourselves both of those. Karma, you are sitting with a nice fat 711 pieces, but now are going to add that on top with Obiz's 137, giving you 848, which cut in half is 424 to both of you.
Okay.
And as you said, Raphael, your 693 is going to be compounded along with Monifa's 145, giving you 838, which cut in half gives each of you 419.
Very nice.
Cassius, you sit in the middle with your 264. You do not have to participate in this. You're immune.
Jumped into last place.
Put it all on a Mega Acoustics.
So here's the
You know
thing.
it.
You are all, as usual, go ahead and edit your tokens if you haven't already. You are all able to go ahead and split and put your money and invest wherever you like. Just remember that whoever your partner is for this week's investment rounds, at the end of this all, no matter who invests in what, you and your partners is again going to be put together and then evenly split amongst you at the end of next round.
Interesting.
Mystic, you
gotta listen
crazy
to you.
person.
Mystic, thank you so much for
Thank
all
you.
of those gifted subs. Holy cow, I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's awesome. That puts us really close. Holy cow. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
What a week for this to happen when everything is gonna drop.
Yeah.
It's all.
all right. So, what? Okay, let's
Do we
take.
want to go team by team, or do we just want to break off into rooms real quick?
I mean, it's up to you guys. Again, you don't have to work together if you don't want to. Just remember, if your partner puts their money somewhere bad,
Mouthy.
then you both get screwed.
The best.
Well, I mean, they're all bad.
They're all bad, which is the interesting case. Thank you, Mousy. Holy shit.
You guys rock.
Oh my god. That is a lot of subs. That had to put us over a total.
Thank you.
My Twitch doesn't even know what to do. How many subs is this? Let's see.
20?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Should be 20,
5,
yeah.
6, 7. Oh, 20. That puts us over the 100 sub mark. Thank you guys so much. Woo!
That's what's up.
You guys can
You
split
guys are
this.
amazing.
You guys can split your money up if you want to. You just let me know if you want extra tokens.
Jesus, really? Really? Really,
Yeah.
Raphael?
Obies would say, with no clear future, I think we evenly invest in all, yes?
I'm doing the same. That's
Give me 3. Give me 3.
I'm doing the
There's-
same thing, bodyguard man.
There's your 3.
I'm sorry?
I'm assuming OBs is going to want 3 from saying that.
Yes, please. And Karma, you said,
I only want one.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah. What's up, Lumber Gundam?
Playing.
Very
Angel.
well. I will, thanks. Hold on.
I would like 3.
Sure.
I will not be needing ones.
Now, if you ask me, Omega Acoustics is far overdue for a windfall. I'm betting big this week.
I agree with that.
Quit moving around. You make me nervous. I'm trying to think.
Yes,
Dealer 3, please. Little one.
There you go.
What do you feel? What's your gut say?
I'm trying to decide between 2 or 3.
You always want to go 3. Even if the third one is just like single digits, you always want to go 3. You never want to go 2.
Thank you guys so much for these gifted subs. You want 3?
Yeah, give me 3.
All right. There you
I
go.
think I will avoid the Cancer Mans and stay away from him. I have to do some math to find out totals. I will be back with totals.
This is gonna be a bloodbath week.
Yeah, it is.
Oh god, everyone's just confused. Not sure where to put their things.
I'm doing math. It takes a lot of brain power. Hold on.
Math is hard.
It is.
Basic arithmetic.
It's hard.
America! School systems.
I went to an art school. What is math?
That's not you. Calculus.
I hate it.
Alright.
Math doesn't get you anything important.
Well, let's get back to rolling dice and adding numbers together.
Please no.
Go back.
Like there's this sharp stabbing pain in my back.
Well, look at what we got going on here. Some interesting positions for everyone to take.
Fuck is Karma putting all her money on fucking Mr. This is either gonna be great or terrible
Don't look
for
at me.
you.
Don't look at what I'm doing. Don't curse me. Don't pray your paylor. Don't worry about me.
Smite her for her arrogance, great lord of light.
He don't know nothing about investments.
He does. He sort of fell into this, it seems like.
We'll have to see how these investments pay off for everyone now that they are locked in. We'll find out next time. I guess I played my intro too early. This is usually a place where we would play it, but we've already done it. So why don't we roll some die to see who wants to give the recap from last week?
Yep. Oh, looks like it's me.
Finally, we'll pay for your crimes.
Bip, damn it. Right, we'll just bet double next week, Bip.
Wait, didn't I give the recap last week?
Yes, you did. You are immune.
Oh, nice.
Good roll, baby
We're
cat.
missing-
No,
Missing
I'm good.
1 or 2 rolls. Who hasn't rolled
Or we need 5 and 6.
I haven't, but I wasn't here last week. So
Oh, okay. Well,
That would be a little tough.
I think Manifa should give the recap.
For
Recap roll, Nick.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you got 13. For clarity for the viewers, we're going to have Raphael do the recap. Raphael, what happened last week on
Devil's in the details.
Last week, we were in the abyss near the River Styx, just leaving the Collector's Museum. We were assailed by demons that wanted to gain our knowledge, and I may have overreacted slightly in trying to smite them. It turns out there were many more demons hiding in the trees, and I was stabbed many times and was bleeding out, if not for the quick, if soft concessions of the rest of my party. Just so everyone would know, I would let all of you, each and every one of you, bleed out on the ground if it meant we could have smited those demons, but I appreciate your compassion. At any rate, we told them some manner of information, I suppose, and that was enough to satiate them. With any luck, they'll be stuck in the infinite staircase for the rest of their forever lives. Speaking of infinite staircase, we returned to gather the lizard folk that we had found inside of there, and shortly after returned to Tindrin Pillar. That's his name, right? Tindrin Pillar? I can never get it right. All right.
You got it.
We returned to Tindrin Pillar's abode, where I acquired more espiritu, turning in some of the strange root that we had acquired on the banks of the River Styx. In addition, we discussed it as a group, and with the lizard folk lady's permission, we have decided to take her to the Resplendent to end her pain. Something that I do not take lightly, but given the scenario and the, well, slim chance of her ever seeing her home again, may be the best way for her to find happiness in her advanced age. And I think some people got really high and then left. I don't know what happened to them after that, but presumably nothing good. The end.
We had some interesting developments after a couple of members from the party decided to take some devil's tongue. And Karma, do you want to fill Monifa in on what she saw after taking the devil's tongue since she wasn't here?
You, me, Baby Cat, and Vip partook in the devil's tongue. And so as it started affecting us, we started seeing things a little different. Being gold, we saw gold, what it was truly made of, which was meat and guts. Everything gold, the carriage, our jewelry, and, the statues. Anyway, so I had the great idea of going, walking around the block, going to the Dapper Devil. You guys came with me in the meat wagon. And I requested to see Lum's face, and we discovered that the Dapper Devil isn't what we thought it was, in terms of appearance-wise, being that there's no one there. There's like a big old glamour, making people glamour of the illusion of a full house, pretty much. So that's what we saw.
And with that, after having a conversation with Lom, who only wanted to speak with Karma and spilled some interesting information to her, Karma, you went ahead and exited the dining area, the private room, to meet up with the others who had currently ingested this along with you. So that was Obiz, Raphael, and Cassius are still over at Obiz's residence, so it's just the four of you. So you come back, Karma, leaving the area after meeting with Lom, and find the others sort of like sitting, like any restaurant, the sort of like up front area where there's a couple of benches. You're able to kind of step back through, and you see the open room, waiting room here up at the front, where Alloy, Monifa, and Vip are waiting for you.
Hair is like a mess. You could tell she's been like fucking messing with it, and she's like drenched in sweat. What's up, guys? All right, we good to go.
Yeah. Let's
Wow. Yeah.
return back to this nice establishment. Back
Yeah,
at
we're-
the-
Yeah, we gotta go back to Obiz's place and talk with everyone.
It'd be a good idea.
So I'm assuming everyone heads back outside.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And we call the meat wagon, we go down Meat Street, and we go back to Obiz's place.
You return back to Obiz's place. I think the fair ride is probably something easy and cheap. Does anybody remember what it was last time?
Like 5 gold. Or
5 gold
something.
pieces. Yeah, another 5 gold pieces from somebody. And then with that, you return back to Obiz's hotel residence, if you will. Between you, Obiz, Raphael, and Cassius, were you guys doing anything other than just sort of like settling down in the meantime while these others have been split from you?
I don't know if this is probably the kind of thing I'd want to like rest the gaping holes in my chest off first, but I was going to use the Espiritu to try to contact Lore.
Okay.
Recall.
Okay. Did you want to do that while they were out?
That might be a good idea, but I don't know. I feel like Raphael would probably wait till the morning. Like, he doesn't want to present a battered, bloodied version of himself to his god.
Okay, so we'll say like while things were kind of settling down, you kind of find one of the rooms here at Obiz's place. You make sure not to enter a skull and crossbones door, finding yourself in a probably relatively humble room here, and sort of just like spend the time while they're out, kind of patching yourself up, kind of wrapping some cloth and kind of linen around your wounds, and kind of working off the pain as you kind of settle in for the evening. Cassius, Obiz, you guys do anything of import? I'm assuming, Obiz, you probably find a nice room for Udis to kind of rest in along with her dog Broken Fang so that they can relax.
So, yeah, we already put her to bed before we had like dinner and stuff.
Okay.
Obiz would like heal Raph as much as he could. Like, he's a cleric, he would do the healing and stuff as he could.
I gotta sleep it off. I had all my blood drained out of me by giant demon flies.
He offers a little bit of surface level healing, Raphael, but you kind of just need a little bit of a rest to get your strength back.
I think they took one of my livers. You get 2 livers, right? You get multiple livers?
I don't... What, you are... Which kind of thing are you?
Yes.
You are human, right?
No.
Oh, okay, well then I don't know.
Thank you so much, R-Dash, for the follow. I hope you have fun hanging out with us tonight. Cassius, you're doing anything in particular while they're out for like an hour or so?
Just thanking Obiz for his hospitality and asking Raph if I can stay in his room for the night, and just while he's heading off to talk about the spiritual journey tomorrow, because I'd like to do the same.
Oh, yes, that's right. That is correct. Yes, we have a big morning tomorrow.
We have rooms enough for everyone if you need your own room.
I'll head to my room. I'll just talk to him for a little bit. Thank you. I'll head there.
You're both adults. You'll figure it out.
Yes, of course. Was there any question? Raphael says, completely confused.
I just don't wish to impose. That's all. Okay, I'm closing door.
No, you're so nice. I appreciate you making a custom door name tags. Mine's the Skull and Crossbones because you call me Dead Man. Thank you.
I swear to God, Cash. If you go in there, I will not help you. Do not enter those doors. Okay, bye.
As you are finishing up here with all of this, Obiz, you turn around to see the other team of Karma, Vip, Alloy, Monifa returning onto your premises.
All right, as we disembark from this organic barge, if you will, please make sure you thank your driver and immediately head inside to
Me too. Oh God. Meat.
Yes. Just find Obiz. Everybody find Obiz immediately.
Wait. We gotta find everyone. Wait. You know what? Let's talk about this in the morning. Let's clear our heads. We don't have to find everyone right now. We can just think about what we've seen, what we've heard, and what we've learned, right?
I agree. There's a lot of unpacking that has to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of unpacking. Yeah.
So what do you guys do now that you hear the clop of the horse's feet pulling the meat carriage off into the distance?
Yep. Well, Monifa and I are gonna take the king and queen suite, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
No, that's never, ever, ever going to happen.
Well. Oops. Okay, well, I'll be in the king and queen suite. When you find your way home, you let me know, Toe Beans. I'll see you later.
You get the king and queen suite. You know what? I don't care. I got my own room.
Just find a room, yeah, to myself.
Okay, you go to retire. Alloy, you finding a room yourself?
Yeah.
I assume OBs, there's plenty of places for everyone to get their own kind of individual spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it work at least.
Plenty of hallways for everyone to kind of find their own individual room.
Find one by the skull and crossbones just so I can listen to what's on the other side. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Yep.
I would have asked what is behind that room, Obies? What is in that?
Go ahead. He told you last week that he marks it because this is a inn for interdimensional travelers. That if you go through one of those, you might find somebody that just is not going to agree with you. So no. Was the long and short of it.
So everyone retires to their rooms as you all, I'm assuming, go ahead and take a long rest finally. Healing any of your wounds, getting lots of rest in to heal off any of the ill effects from the previous battle.
Ow.
Regaining your spell slots.
Max HP isn't 25 anymore, fam.
Mine was 24. And that's only because I had necrotic resistance.
Oh, you are so lucky.
I probably would have died otherwise.
And each of you, I was going to say wake up in the morning, but you are on Lux. So you wake up 8 hours later with things still looking nice and dark, with a starlit sky above outside in the area here of Obie's hotel. So what do you guys do as everyone kind of wakes up from 8 hours of rest?
Before we have our psychedelic journey through the gods' realms or so forth, whatever we're doing with Raph's magic liquid, I'm gonna go over and knock on Karma's door real quick.
All in that.
You hear like a whole bunch of rustling, and it sounds like something falls, and then Karma answers the door. Good morning.
Hey, I know we're probably coming up to arbitration. I'm not changing my mind. But is there anything else that you can think of? I'm thinking of maybe talking with Joaquin if I can, or someone else to see if there's a way to break your geese contract.
You know, I think we're gonna be okay if we just give Llama one vote. Raphael's already agreed to a soul for soul kind of thing. Let's just take care of this and then ask Joaquin the questions you need to ask her in order to figure out what's going on with you. Don't waste none of those questions on me.
Just a little worried that if this might be our last arbitration, potentially, I'm not sure, that if this is the end, I feel the scales might be tipped in Lom's favor at the end.
Why would it be the end? What's got you talking like that?
I don't know. We're gonna go fly up to the sun and try and destroy a
I don't think we're gonna.
demon or whatever the hell that thing is.
I mean, in theory, we might at some point, perhaps, but it ain't gonna be anytime soon.
You're probably right. Just keep it in mind if you can think of anything. That's all.
Well, I'll keep it in mind. But let's all vote for Mom and save my soul. And think of things to ask Joaquin that's gonna help your soul.
Everyone else begins to rustle and finds themselves awake. A little bit of conversation happening from the hallways where Karma and Cassius are talking.
Any gold on you, Cassius? I just want to look at it really quick. I just want
I think just, I think it's just his ring that was magical, my magical ring, and my necklace. I guess anything else would be small accents on my clothing.
Karma looks like she got mugged. She's got no gold, except for the necklace you got her. She's got no gold on. She's got messed up hair. She looks sweaty.
You see both his necklace and ring on his finger, Karma. They look like gold.
Oh, well. All right. Never mind.
Hello, we made the breakfast. Everyone calm down. We will discuss what to do with the day.
Woohoo!
You,
Not yet.
Oh?
I must continue my fast, for I'm about to bask in his glory.
Oh, that's what they call it in the morning, huh? For payload. You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
It's the third door on the right.
What?
If you need to do your morning glory.
No, I was just going to do it in the bedroom.
Oh no. Please don't. There's no
time, OBs!
There's no water in there.
It's okay. I'll watch him. I'll make sure he doesn't make a mess.
Oh no, he's going to do it with me. It's fine.
Oh god.
You do that together.
I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna go eat breakfast.
We might hold hands when we do it. I'm not sure.
I don't think that's necessary. Let's not make it weird, right?
I'm going to go, but never eat again.
Raph has already pushed the beds against the wall and flipped them up and cleared the floor and drawn a sun in chalk on the floor.
He's getting ready.
You.
Don't worry, we'll clean up afterwards.
Hey,
You're not getting your deposit back.
They pay nothing.
So, what do you guys do?
So, I'm gonna. So the Espiritu, is it a dust or a liquid? I don't remember.
The Espiritu, as told to you by Tindrin, is a drug derived from a certain flower commonly used in many holy rituals. It is blessed, left to wither for at least 3 days, and then dehydrated and completely turned into a powder.
Oh, hell yeah.
If smoked or snorted, offers a number of benefits. It grants a single question answered by a divine being, as told to each of you. Also grants a strong feeling of peace and euphoria.
So, Raph gets out a mirror and a razor blade. No. I have what do you call it? A censer, like an incense burner kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna do the thing where he sits in the middle of the sun and he puts the Espiritu in there, and he's just gonna burn it and let the smoke kind of waft over him in a very ceremonial, kind of weird culty fashion, I guess.
Nice. Thank you for joining us, Hope. Thank you so much for popping in.
But before I do, I give the other Espiritu to Cassius. And yeah, I'll say, I hope that your vision will be as prosperous as I'm sure mine will. I think it's important that you see that your lady is, well, even gods can die after all. I have harbored a worry about yours in my heart, I feel.
I can say the same. I mean, Pelor obviously has a bigger pull than I thought here, but especially with a holy relic of that size and magnitude being controlled possibly by someone who isn't by the same god that was helping create it. So how does this work? Is it's just one question and it'll give me just an answer, or is it a...
Frankly, I'm not sure. I'm keeping a question in my mind as I will focus on the fumes from my sensor here. I want to know how we can become powerful enough to defeat a demon, to smite a demon of such insane prowess as the Sheen.
Well, do you want me to go first, or you to go first? Maybe give a little insight.
I think we could probably go at the same time, honestly, and then fate will decide who resolves first.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Raph is basically doing like smoking his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cassius, you smoking or snorting?
I guess it would be smoking, but I'd set up maybe like some sort of like brazier and put it in there, like a golden like cup, and then kind of waft it up.
Oh yeah, perfect. So if we're both doing this really culty thing, I want somebody to walk in and see this shit happening. It's just like somebody walks in, it's just.
I do want to put my take my coin off after, like saying a prayer to it, and put it in the center of the brazier while it's cooking. I mean, it's gold, it's probably not going to melt. And then put a line of coins around the brazier in prayer to Joaquin.
Each of you do this. The smell of the drug begins to waft through the air. It is got a bit of a sweet aroma as it kind of enters through your nostrils, hits the back of your throat. You can kind of taste it a little bit. You sometimes close your eyes a little bit, kind of focus, keeping your eyes set on the items you set out in order to kind of garner this attention from each of your respective gods. And as you do, the quiet ambience from around you in the rooms, the slight creaking of wood as the others begin to wake up and shift around, begins to fade and continue to fade. And you, Raphael, continue to watch your sensor, keeping focused on it, as you mentioned, kind of keeping this question in your mind and focusing on that. And as you continue to do so, the room around you seems to have been expanding, or maybe not expanding, but the walls that you were near before in the smaller room with Cassius have expanded out. They're further away from you now and further away, and you feel yourself just sort of maybe you're kneeling, maybe you're kind of sitting down.
Kneeling, probably.
You're kneeling. You kind of just find yourself in this spaceless place as this drug kind of begins to enter your system. You feel yourself kind of almost shifting in this void, but you're not like sinking or moving around. You're still kneeling. There just doesn't seem to be anything around you. It's almost devoid of color. It's almost as if you can't explain it. You're in a featureless void, and you feel this sense within you, now that you are here in this place, that perhaps if you were to ask your question, you may get a response.
Lord of light, King of summer, Pelor, I am but a weak and humble servant. Who can I contain the power necessary to defeat the demon trapped in the sun of Halcyon?
As you say this, you look up and you see what looks like a tall humanoid figure, his form covered in licking flames. And he's looking to you, but then turning and points with a fiery hand, a finger pointing up, and you see up in this voidless above the sun of Halcyon, brightly burning. It begins to pull towards you, or maybe you pull towards it. But as it draws you near, you don't feel the sensation of warmth as it burns your skin or anything like that. You're just pulled towards it, almost as if just a perspective, as you will, as you're pulled towards the brightness of the sun and transfer through it. Inside, you see the silhouettes of what look like statuesque forms, and in the distance, sitting on what looks like a massive ornate lounge chair, the silhouette of a creature that is long and laid out, their form large to you. their hair seems to writhe and shift and move around. You see these specks of two rippling golden eyes that almost pierce through the air as they seem to look towards you. And as you see this, you garner a sense of fear that begins to pull through you. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. As you look forward, you get the sense that this is, whatever this presence or creature is, it is one of large demonic presence and evil. And as you look upon it, you see other silhouetted forms, despite them just now walking by you, almost brushing by your form as they step ahead. You see, as you look up, passing by, the wings of what look like a divine angelic being crossing by you. Feminine form as they step forward and stand in front of you, facing this creature that is over on this vast lounge chair in the center of this kind of roiling, hollow pit within the sun. Along with them, another figure begins to step over from your other side. This one large, of some size, portly, and you see the wings of the creature lift out, and you take note as they look as though they are devilish small wings coming from the back of it. Finally, as you look upon the two, you see one more figure step forward. This one you're not sure of. They look humanoid enough, their hair done up in a somewhat extravagant style, but you can't make out the silhouetted presence of who they are. Because even despite them being maybe 5-10 feet in front of you, kind of standing in the way of this creature at the far end, pitting themselves against them, you still can't see their features. They're featureless. And this form stands with the other two. The three of them together look on and seem to shift, almost as if they are readying themselves for battle.
So the third form, is it like it's feminine?
It's difficult to tell.
Done up.
It could be. It's difficult to tell. You're unable to make sense of whether it may be male or female.
I try my hardest to lock that silhouette in my mind, because I kind of get what Pelor is trying to show me here.
They each ready themselves as if in a combative stance as you see the creature on the far end push itself up from the lounge chair, its form growing in size. It is a terrible size as it nearly towers over each of you. And as this all happens, there's this feeling inside of you, this swelling deep within the pit of your stomach, maybe for the first time in a while, of this euphoric sense of peace, as if you may have either an answer or at least a piece of the puzzle. And with a couple blinks of your eyes, the scene begins to fade and you kind of find yourself back within your room, just as you had started.
Thank you, my lord. I think I know what to do.
As you conclude this portion, Raphael, of your trip, you feel this overwhelming sense of peace kind of come over you, as if maybe getting an actual message, or at least just a brief glimmer, just hint, an inkling from your god, just wells you with this sense that you were able to contact them. You also feel very hungry all of a sudden.
Okay, yes, fast over.
Hey, Chili, what's up? As you finish this and conclude this, at the same time, Cassius, very similar to the same trip that Raphael went on, the area of the room begins to expand out. The walls push away from you, almost at first as if they're expanding, but then it feels as though they're just pushing away. You're falling away from whatever this existence is into this colorless void. And as you do, you find a overwhelming sense inside of you, as though you are in a place where if you were to speak your question, someone or something may respond.
This is, wow, this is a bit much. Joaquin, if you can hear me, I know I've spoken to you and contacted you. I hope it was you. My question is, you told me that you did want to return to Halcyon, and I come to you to ask how I can help further. I want to know if we are to free this city, let you, Pelor, whoever, purge it of these evil demons and devils and fallen angels or whatever they are. How may I aid you? How can I bring you back to Halcyon?
As you say this, you look around and the featureless void begins to shift. You felt as though you were kneeling, but now it feels as though you have some presence underneath your bottom, and you kind of feel and look around and feel as though you're sitting on a pew. The features of what looks like the interior of a empty Joaquin shrine begins to form in front of you. You sitting in one of the various pews, no people, and still largely featureless, besides the statue of Joaquin in the distance. You hear in your mind a voice say, "Why would you want to help me?"
Well, I assume from contacting you before, you're the one who helped save me. It is only that of a follower of a god to help them and do as they bid, or do as, well, they would want for the better of them and the world.
You finish saying this and there's a long silence. Finally, as if a whisper in your ear, but still in your mind, you hear, uh-oh. Is it not working now, all of a sudden?
You didn't come through.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, well, fuck it. You hear in your ear, Cassius, in a feminine voice, "Then prove it to me." As this voice finishes, you look around and you're no longer in the pews sitting down at it. You find yourself standing in front of the shrine of Joaquin, her stone form looming right in front of you. There is a almost deadly silence at first, until you begin to hear whispers that begin to swirl around you. A voice that echoes all throughout the darkness. It's your own voice. You hear yourself saying, "Get the hell out of Halcyon." Another voice swirls by, "Leave this place." Another one, "I want nothing to do with it." You hear the sound of shifting rock in front of you as more and more whispers of your own voice join the growing chorus surrounding you. It begins to grow louder and louder until all of them abruptly stop as you find yourself directly facing the visage of the Joaquin statue, and you hear yourself in your mind say, "Halcyon can burn for all I care." As this happens, you hear the sound of a massive tear as you watch a crack ripple through the stone face of Joaquin, and you feel yourself weightless, without anything underneath you now. You begin to fall. You feel as though you're going to fall forever. There is a sense of fear that wells within you. And as you begin to claw up at anything around you, you slap your hands to the sides and find them hitting something solid. And as you blink a couple times, find yourself back within the same room that Raphael is in. A sharp pain rings from your hand.
Raphael.
What? Yes, I'm present. I think. Yes, I think.
Is it normal to feel pain with these things?
I felt an overwhelming sense of calm and determination.
The feeling
like
for you, Cassius, is different. It is a feeling of abject terror and loneliness, if there is such a thing. You kind of grip at your wrist from this pain that just surges through your hand. And as you look down at your left hand, you see that it is shriveled. Your skin stretched over the veins and bone like a tightly pulled cloth. Each shift from a finger to your wrist sends pain shooting through your arm. If it wasn't attached, you would assume it to be a dead man's.
I raise it to Raphael and just flex it a few times.
Do I see this?
Mm-hmm.
Did I give you the right thing? Did I give you? Yeah, that was the Espiritu.
This is normal. I kind of point to my face a little bit and show a little bit of age. I'm not as old as you think. I told you before that, dead, I guess that was the right word. I died, in a sense.
Right.
Sure. The longer I've been like this, the more I've started to deteriorate. I feel fine for the most part. I don't feel any weaker. I mean, this hurts like hell on my hand right now. It just feels like it's the power's grown within me from Joaquin or whatever's decided to aid me. I've started to grow more and more like a corpse every day.
Is there anything we could do to stem this phenomenon?
I have no clue. To my memory, it's only gone downhill. I looked close to what I looked like after all this happened, but after the past, I guess, couple of months, I've just worse.
Well, can I make some kind of check on this? Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, you can make a check.
Maybe religion?
Sure.
19.
With a 19, this at least appears to you, similar to how Cassius sees it, this looks like a corpse's hand almost as he kind of holds it up. You would assume from your religion check that it is likely some form, especially from your past experiences, Raphael, that it may likely be the case that Cassius is telling the truth through divine intervention is the only way that he is being kept alive. And now, for some reason, some of those effects are beginning to drain from his form. Those gifts receding back.
Did your question anger your lady? What happened?
I saw a vision of what I thought was Joaquin, and she asked me a question in return. I asked her how I could aid her to help her return to Halcyon, or what I could do to help her. She said, why? I told her simply, why do you serve Pelor? Pelor's obviously aided you, and I don't know, maybe it's...
Oh, because he is the Lord of Light, and by his glorious incandescence all things are possible, of course, yes, but...
More or less, I had a similar reply. But if she was the one who intervened in saving me, not as much as a favor as, I guess, seeing the light. I think she's taking some of my words a little bit more serious than I thought.
Really? This preservation, does it come from Joaquin herself? The power to keep you looking the way that you do?
Every time I cast a spell or anything, it's a golden tinge, a fiery glow. If it's not her, maybe Pelor. I assume I'm connected to her through all of this. That's what I've going to the church and speaking through the priest and clerics that work there. That was what I got before. I don't want this city to burn. I am angry with it, but
Did your lady say that she wanted the city to burn?
No, she asked me to prove it, and I heard echoes of all the horrible things I've said. I do want to leave this place eventually, but I have to be honest with you as well. I mentioned a bit of this to Karma. This is a little bit of a facade. I've been working with the Bastion for some time now, and I can't lead on too much about who I really am. I'm nothing more than a resident here. I can be honest with that, but I do wish for this place to be okay. I was born here, and I do not wish ill will to any of the people here, but I thought maybe trying to push away a little bit, I would open doors for me to push forward and get to the bottom of this, but I think, if anything, maybe it angered her.
Well, this is all very perplexing. I'm afraid I don't know enough about Joaquin to ascertain exactly why you are being placed through this challenge, but sometimes those that we worship test us to prove our devotion. Perhaps you are going through one such crisis.
If you may be a very religious man and very devout, but I know you're a man of reason. If, say, you died and someone saw it not to be your time and intervened, a divine power or the such, would you not try to at least repay the favor, if not find guidance through them?
I suppose I would. What is this getting at?
I guess I know my purpose now, then.
I see. Was it not Joaquin that brought you back to life?
I'm not sure.
This is fascinating, and I'm sorry that I cannot offer more guidance. But for what it's worth, I did learn some interesting things from Pelor. I feel that I should discuss it with the group on the whole, however.
Oh, no. But again, my apologies. I do want to hear yours as well. You've done so much already to help me as well, and I do want to, again, just as with you with the group, I'd like to repay and help out as much as I can. But
of course, I just hope I didn't make things worse by giving you that drug.
No. I mean, if I'm going to shrivel up and die eventually anyways, I might as well have a little insight to why and where it's coming from. Thank you.
Very level-headed observation. Raphael kind of stands up like a newborn fucking calf, with shaky legs after going through that trip. And you said I was hungry, right? I'm gonna head downstairs and start chowing down.
You have a sense of hunger. Cassius, despite this kind of growing knot in your stomach, you too are very hungry. So as Raphael begins to clean up and head downstairs, you begin to kind of clean up a little bit, gathering the coins that you kind of set around this brazier, and go to reach in for the necklace that has your coin on it. You pull out the knotted thread that holds your coin on it, but the coin is gone.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
I gave him drugs and he lost his coin. What?
To your peer pressure.
Is Raphael still in the room?
We could say that I'm
probably
about
walking
to,
down the
head out
hallway.
door.
Yeah.
I kind of gesture to him and point to the bowl.
Yes. Oh, I look in it and see that the coin's gone, I guess. Where's your coin?
That's a good question.
Oh dear. I'm afraid I wasn't conscious, so to speak. I couldn't have seen what happened.
I think we might have to take a trip to a component shop, or maybe get another one made. Whether that.
Well, that was. Didn't you say that was like a soul coin or something very important?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem like the sort of thing you can merely go to a component shop to replace.
No, you can't. But it'll make doing my job a hell of a lot easier if I have something to focus through. The only way I was able to channel magic. I knew a little bit before this, but once I found that around my neck and I was started to use it again after all of this happened, it, like I said, golden tinges, flames, fire, my power is amplified quite a bit.
All right. Oh, here, will this do? Jason, I get out my curio, the jagged copper shard, and I want to see if I can conjure that into being a gold coin of Joaquin.
You
as a symbol, you know?
Yeah,
symbol.
you kind of focus on this shard, and as if being molded with a mind, it shifts, contorts, and takes the shape of a golden coin on both sides. Forming and pushing out to indent the coin is the visage of Joaquin. Very similar.
There's a sunburst in her eye.
With a sunburst in her eye. Almost identical to your previous coin, Cassius.
Well, it's no soul coin, but I hope it will work for you.
Let's, I don't want to hide anything from the group, but,
yes, let's discuss with them.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
If I could cry right now, I think I would.
Please. Now is not the time to show emotion. We have a great holy quest ahead of us. Remain strong.
I'm just gonna grab my hand and kind of wrench it a little bit and follow him down.
You kind of flex your hand. It's that sense, Cassius, where you can feel the pain shooting through it, and you almost purposefully do it just to see if you can get used to the pain, so you don't have to pay attention to it, but it just never subsides. It's always in the back of your mind, this sort of stinging pain from your moving hand, as it's likely probably just due to the kind of just bloodyless, taut ligaments trying to move around, all as though you're just trying to move something that has no blood circulation through it. You just kind of feel this straining feeling. So you and Raphael grab your things and head downstairs. Everyone else at this point is probably likely heading downstairs with Obiz's call to grab some breakfast. Let's take a quick 5 pee-pee break, and then we'll come back as each of you meet up for some breakfast and what is like to be some lively conversation.
Something.
So yeah, let's take a quick pee-pee break. I'm going to put us on the Be Right Back page. We'll be right back. Got to go pee-pee.
Are we on mute?
Okay. All right, here we are.
No, I like that one too much.
So everyone gathers down the stairs. Looks like a couple people are already eating. I imagine Alloy's already probably digging in. Finally, Raphael, Cassius make their way down the stairs, probably from maybe like a second floor, down to meet with the others, where a heaping helping of breakfast is being served. You hear the sounds of kind of steam and kitchen ambience as you all kind of sit at one of these wooden tables here.
You all see Raphael put like a heaping helping of stuff on his plate, which is unusual.
Huh. Well, how'd you...
Friends! I have glorious news, and some less than glorious news, but we'll get to that in a moment. I have seen a vision of pure sunlight, and in that vision, it was revealed to me through the glory of the Lord how we can defeat the Sheen.
What?
It is perhaps a little more difficult than I had guessed originally, but it seems the key to defeating the Sheen, at least according to my vision, revealed to me by the great Lord of Sunlight. We must have several factions join forces with us simultaneously. And, it would seem that we must get the Quill and the Resplendent to join us in the battle simultaneously.
Long, huh?
You drink your coffee. At any rate, there's more. Not only must we join forces with both the Resplendent and the Quill, there was also a third party involved, one which I did not recognize. A strange figure hidden in light that I couldn't make out just quite. They had very striking hair, but other than that, it was blinding. I couldn't see them. Perhaps it is someone in our future or someone from one of our pasts, but we need them, whoever they are. We must find the identity of this third party so that we could all collectively band together to defeat this demon.
Anything to do with the third party that we already know of? Like, I feel like if it was the Bastion, I would have just seen the Bastion, you know? Oh. I would have just seen Dazel or something, but that was not the case. I saw the angelic wings of the Resplendent, the putrid corpulescence of Lom, and this other figure as well. No, just striking hair?
Striking hair, a tall figure, perhaps feminine, but perhaps not. It was unclear.
It was not like an eidolon to you.
I suppose it could be. The hair was done up, but I didn't see it moving or anything. At any rate, all we must do is find the identity of this third party, and then simply convince the Resplendent and Lom to work together. Simple, right?
Yeah, I think it could be simple. Speaking of Dazel and knowing more about this third party, Lom knows information on Dazel. I don't know what it is, but Lom knows a lot.
You went back to visit her, didn't you? Was this why you were all high?
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly how you put yourself in another contract that you can't get out of. I can't believe I'm risking my eternal soul on such an irresponsible wealth.
Well...
No, it's fine. Whatever at this point.
Makes you feel any better? She was... I mean...
What?
I showed up to my employer. Hi! She was a little worried. We partook in the devil's tongue and found out.
Is that right?
Yeah. Made us see things that was like real and whatnot. So the gold in most of Halcyon.
Right.
It's all meat.
It's people.
It's meat? No, it's gold. Gold is gold. Gold is not meat.
Yes.
You know, if you meet with Lom again, which I think we should, to get information and to start making alliances, Lom will be able to explain to you better than I can. Also, I think I told Lom about the soul cage. I didn't say anything.
Well, I suppose she was going to figure it out sooner or later because the soul cage was going to her anyway.
I didn't. Maybe the whole regime thing slipped, but I didn't tell her why. I didn't tell her anything. I just said.
Raphael's just got this giant vein pulsing in his forehead.
So here's what Lom thinks. She thinks I'm the idiot because we.
Well, she's not wrong. Her and I agree on one thing, I suppose.
Because we made the deal to save this random soul regime's life, and you're lucky I didn't tell her nothing about no relationship between the two.
You're right. I am very lucky you didn't blab to her even more.
But I think it might help if we did tell her.
I absolutely will not reveal the relationship between Razim and I.
She's gonna find out sooner or later, Raphael.
Then let her! But it is not coming from our mouths. Do I make myself clear? And I take a giant bite of bacon and chew it loudly.
Yeah, I won't say nothing.
All right, then. Now then, aside from that small revelation from our glorious guiding patron Pelor, I'm afraid Cassius had a less than transcendent experience, let's say.
Oh. Okay.
It's not bad news? We have more bad news?
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's not a big deal. A test of faith, if you will, I'm sure.
Oh, you spoke with the golden lady. You spoke with Joaquin herself, then.
I hope that was her.
Oh, what'd she say?
Oh, God.
She asked why I was contacting her and why I decided to, I guess, have a change of heart.
Change of heart?
I'm still not sure who it was that intervened. I'm assuming it was her. Every sign points to it, but she, I guess, like I said, gave me a test of faith. Threw some of my own medicine at me, my bitter words, so to speak.
Well, what exactly does that mean? What words and what test exactly?
Me griping of leaving this place and letting it fall apart. I told you that. I don't truly mean it. I do want to leave and find my family one day, but I guess I was being a little selfish, and maybe it's a test of faith. She told me to prove it, and well, I'm gonna hold up my strong hand.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wanna examine it, and I'm just gonna examine it.
How unseemly.
Oh, she did this to you?
Yeah. Funny, huh?
You know, there's something to be said that with what the Resplendent said about, her up and leaving and this whole gold situation. Maybe she thinks that people are abandoning her after all, of everything what's going on. Maybe hearing what you said, which I've also said those things before too. Maybe she feels like there's no hope for her here and she doesn't believe you. And maybe you just have to start doing things in the name of Joaquin, not in the name of finding out who saved you.
No. There's clearly a goal ahead of us now, and I can only assume that would be the best thing available, whatever this path is to saving Halcyon. But,
Yes, if
I
we
think...
save the Golden City, we'll save the Golden Lady, I think. No, it totally makes sense.
If not, well, maybe I was just given a couple of extra months to think about what I did. I promised before this I wasn't a bad person.
Well, you're not a bad person. You could just be a lost person. We know you are. And
Just the point of view.
yeah. Maybe we just gotta start working towards saving the city, and your body might start not decomposing.
It's been doing that the past few months. It'd be nice to return what's left of it to a bit of a more living form.
And you know, another reason why we need to see Lom is to ask her about the soul coin situation.
Oh, about the soul coin.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I hold up the coin around my neck. Yeah, that went missing too. Raphael was nice enough to help me form another one. Maybe I'll at least be able to cast magic, but
Wait. Your soul
Does-
coin?
Whose soul was in that coin, Cassius, if you still walk among us?
I assumed it was mine. I mean, I felt a connection to it, but again, I told Raphael this. I was able to use magic in the past, but after all this happened, it was amplified. The moment I held that coin, I was able to learn new forms of magic. That thing that happened in the swamp with me turning all gold and gilded and weird looking, that kind of happened randomly.
This is the test. She took away your coin. She took away the power that she's given you. That's what you use the coin for, right? That's where you pulled her power from? You gotta pull it from somewhere else, from her. This is the test.
I'll go up and punch a demon in the face with my bare hand if that's all I got left.
I mean, you can...
Not here, you won't.
Maybe
Whoa.
you're helping with your words, too. You can do things with words.
Well, I attempted to recruit a new member, I guess.
Oh.
I point to the coin around your neck.
Oh, that's real sweet, but I'm already... You don't have to recruit me. I'm already on board.
Well, it's one step forward.
Mm-hmm.
No, I may not be able to speak for her or do whatever, but I guess I just have to let it play out and see what happens.
Don't let it play out. Take action. This is her test to you. You gotta do something. You gotta help her. And you gotta show her that you love her. And you want her in the Golden City. And you want the Golden City to be golden again.
Mhm.
Truly. I'm gonna
True.
help you do it.
The sounds of Raphael eating his meat can be heard.
No.
Ugh.
Through all this, Obese does a 28 Arcana check on his arm. Do I get a sense of like how he's turning into this or how fast he's decaying?
With a 28 Arcana,
Yeah, boy.
you are able to get the sense of ease. From the conversation here, it almost sounded as if Cassius was saying that Joaquin created his arm in this way to be this shriveled corpse-like hand, but with your Arcana check, you actually get the sense that it may be the opposite. There is a faint aura that surrounds almost all of his body except for his hand. You almost get the sense that it is because of Joaquin, if this is his true patron, that is keeping him alive.
What are you staring at? What?
Sorry, I think it cut out from me. You said that if it is the true patron, or his true patron, that it is her keeping him alive?
Yes, you get the sense that it is a faint bit of magic that is likely preserving him and not rotting him.
Okay. Yeah, so that magic is retreating, is what I'm sensing.
Right, you get the sense
Okay.
that it's the opposite. There's not any magic on the hand withering it away. It's magic around the rest of him that's keeping him intact.
Right, okay.
We should nevertheless keep an eye out in case the deterioration accelerates.
Yes, I will watch this. I will maintain watch of this.
I would say from your check too, because it's a pretty high check with 28. From your arcana, you get the sense that you haven't obviously been involved in cases where a soul is separated from the body, but you can't imagine it is good for the well-being of the body to have the soul no longer be in its immediate presence.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh. Gosh, we need, alright, well, everyone, finish your dinner, your breakfast, and we should get on move.
Where?
Are we doing arbitration?
Probably get it out of the way.
Yes, I suppose we need to come to an agreement, or do we? Yes, we need to come to an agreement. I am not asking questions.
Please, everyone, Lom.
We need these bargaining chips. Yes, I propose a method of action that we buy Lom's favor by getting him, her, or them all the votes that we can this round, and the resplendent next round.
If
her favor.
We do or will end up speaking with Dalzell again, and if they, I don't know, find out that it wasn't us, we need to let them know why we did it. We need to give good reason.
Oh, that is tomorrow's problem. Today's is figuring out what we need to do.
No, correct. I just forewarning. I
Yes.
But I think you're right. I think Raphael's vision was correct. I think we need to, I guess, unite everyone under one flag to fight whatever this demon, god, son, whatever the hell that thing is.
Yes.
Yes. We must keep our eye out for the mysterious third party.
I'm telling you, it's Dalzell. It's gotta be Dalzell.
If it was Dalzell, I think Pelor would have revealed as such to me, unless there's something else happening here.
We gotta ask Lom more about Dalzell. Maybe there's something.
Oh, listen. Once we break your contract, you don't have to keep yourself shackled to Lom like you are. You know that, right?
We should at least keep rapport so we can keep everyone on our side.
We do technically need to do that. That is correct.
You are right. I won't be shackled. That is good.
Burning bridges to stay warm is a bad way to survive the winter.
Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Could I take a investigation, whatever check I guess you think would be appropriate? And I'm going to stare at the coin of Joaquin for a bit. From his description, do I think that she might be the third party?
Ooh.
Give me an investigation check.
I can assist this if you share this in character, I think. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, investigate, yeah. I can assist you if you say that in character.
I'll hold up the coin and look at it, and then look kind of like side-eye obese, and then look at the coin again.
Do you think this lady is a known lady?
Maybe. I'm going to stare at it, and I'm going to add my +1 from chat earlier.
Thank you, chat.
At advantage too. Fish for it.
Hey,
Oh.
still good. Still good.
23 overall. That's pretty good. Thank you, Danny Hurt, for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to some Devils in the Details. This is our Intrigue roleplay heavy campaign. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much. With your 23 Cassius, the description is a bit difficult to make out, as even Raphael, as he told each of you, the striking heat and brightness from the interior of the sun only cast a silhouetted view of the three figures. You're not sure. You're unable to determine whether this truly may be Joaquin or not. It's already difficult just because it's a second-hand account. So even with a 23, it's difficult to make out. You're not sure if that may really be the third member of this trio that may have the combine force enough to face the Sheen.
I look to Obese and just kind of shrug and say, I guess time will tell, huh?
Always does, whether we like it or not.
Indeed.
Well,
Yeah.
well then, again, like I say, I would be diplomatic about this, but there is no diplomacy to be had. We are all voting Lam, yes? Or I need to actually hear you all say yes.
Yes, we've been over this before.
Yes, and we are doing it again, is my point.
Yes, I will, against my better judgment, for the sake of Karma's eternal soul, cast my vote for Lam.
Thank you.
This is what we do for our friends.
Awesome.
Friends,
Oh, well, allies.
acquaintances,
Wait,
working associates.
That very much hurts.
All right. Some of you are my friends.
Purveyors of spiritual liquid. With
I shared spiritual liquid with Cassius. We're friends. No, that's out of character. I don't say that.
great. Well, I'm gonna go to the back, get my gold, put it back on, pretend that it's not meat, and we're gonna go to arbitrate. And then from there, we'll do what we need to do next. We'll discuss it, I guess.
I look to Raphael. Hey, before we go, get some of that bacon and hang it around your neck.
What?
Just wait till Karma comes back.
Fucked up.
This is ridiculous. I will not sully my holy symbol with bacon. You do it.
Bacon is considered a holy symbol in some cultures, Father.
Not mine.
Fair enough.
Obese, help me out here. Come on.
Like that, it is not holy symbol.
Cass,
Um,
+1 Mystic.
I don't know if
There
I
you go.
missed it. Cash, you did say yes, right?
To
To voting for Lam.
yeah.
I didn't hear it. Just wanted to make sure.
So let me ask this. As you guys begin to gather your things, get ready, at some point, OBs, you bring some food in to Udis and Broken Fang, and she happily accepts and tells you that some sleep in a warm bed for the first time in what feels like a long time was very satisfying. She happily digs into her meal, feeding a little bit of it to Broken Fang. And yeah, you get a +1 Raft to any of your rolls for Mystic.
While I'm doing that, I want to make one final punt for her and try and convince her that staying here and trying to meet somebody from her planet is better than going to the Resplendent.
Sure.
Please, I understand that it seems all hope is lost, but you cannot give up so easily. You have been lost and survived. You cannot give up on yourself. What kind of... Just like a persuasion check, I guess?
Persuasion check, yeah.
Ooh, it's very hard to hear me through my accent. I got a -1.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Blah, blah, blah. 14, still not bad.
Oh no, it's a -1.
It is either the spittle or the accent. I can't decide.
I was going to join you, actually. I was going to give you some money to give to her so she could stay. I was going to give you a couple hundred gold, but...
Oh,
She places a hand on your knee, Obese, and says, "Thank you so much. But when you reach my age and you realize that you don't know exactly how much time you have left, I would like to be happy for what is there. Trying to hunt for something that may not be a possibility would only bring more heartache for me."
I understand. I hope we all have the dignity to choose our own way out.
I'm not giving up my life for this. If what you all say is true, then she will bring me happiness, and I can live out the rest of my days, hopefully here within this city, somehow.
I think we should respect her decision.
Always wished to, yes.
Of course. I do not begrudge you for saying what you said. At any rate, perhaps I should lead her to the Resplendent before we begin our arbitration.
Yes.
Or would you? All right.
She looks and says, "You all can do your thing. I'll be okay here."
Very well then.
Come and get me afterwards. I'll be fine.
Oh, you broke up there, Obese.
Oh, I just said, okay, I suggest the French toast. It is one of my favorites.
I will get some, absolutely, she says, already kind of heading back towards the kitchen for a second.
Obese, this place isn't going to, like, teleport out of here, is it?
It would be the first time.
Huh.
It is here. It is always here.
Fair enough. Arbitration, then.
Yeah, Karma busts back in with her gold on. All right, call that meat wagon. We're ready to arbitrate.
Let's go save Karma's soul.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I do not like this meat wagon.
Oh, the carriage. It's just
Yeah, why are we
I joke at this point. It's it's
I pull out a golden finger from my pocket. I'm like, this makes more sense now.
that's disgusting. That's
Why is it the meat wagon?
because it's made of
Oh, did we not tell you?
Gold? Oh, Lord. You were serious about that?
I was, yeah. It's most
true?
of gold is people.
Yikes.
Was people.
Gold is people.
Are
What's
you still
people?
seeing the meat and blood and whatever?
No. All my jewelry's normal looking to me now, right? Right.
Same to all the rest of you, Vip, Monifa, Alloy. All the nastiness you saw the previous night has again resumed the veneer of a beautiful, shiny gold.
Wear it with a little more respect, I suppose.
Well then, shall we off to free our souls?
Yeah.
From this distance, actually from Obise's place, it doesn't require a carriage. You can all carry on through the Lux City streets. You hear the sounds of jubilation off in the distance. You see the lights from some of the spotlights shifting in the distance from some of the concerts as you all begin to head towards the Forsaken Square. You all again reach the empty square here. A set of dilapidated buildings kind of builds around in sort of like a cul-de-sac look. At the far end, a abandoned Joaquin shrine. The shrine that you all know holds the secret room within using your Bullionaire Bastion cards where you can each make your arbitrations. So before you each go in, I'm going to try and ask this in a smart way. Do we all need to still be pulled into private rooms, or is everyone actually on the page to say yes?
Hold on, Jason. Let me whisper you something.
I was gonna say, I don't.
Hold, please.
I was gonna say, if so, just whisper, me anything, and we'll do it that way instead. Otherwise, I'll count to 10, and we'll all we'll all assume.
I hate everything that just happened there.
Why is our
Gotta
viewer
use the
count
contrarian,
tanking?
Right?
I'll count to 10, and then if by 10 I don't get any whispers, I'll assume everyone just to cut to the chase.
Why?
No, I hate this.
Oh, so
I'm wishing to die.
Kevin ASMR, I like it.
I love it, Kevin. I love it.
I'm gonna throw up.
Description. Is that
I
possible?
love it for real. It's so good.
Thank you, R-Dash. We got a +1 roll to Karma. There you go, Karma.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you.
Raph got one earlier from Mystic also,
Oh, there you
by the
go.
way. Well, maybe I should put
Yes.
8, 9, 10.
What's like the opposite of ASMR? Like,
ASMR.
it feels like pins and needles on your spine rather than.
Telemarketing.
It's the same.
RR MSA. each of you, to kind of cut to the chase here, since it seems like for once everyone is actually on the same page, you all each step inside the Joaquin Shrine, placing your black Bullionaire Bastion badge with the crest of Bullionaire Bastion on it onto the palm of Joaquin, and hear the sound of the shifting wall nearby, opening the room to the Eye of the Arbiter, an artifact that you now know belongs to Romulus the Rhaegar. Stepping within, you each place a hand onto the device and decide to vote for Lom. Oh, Vip got a +1 too?
Yeah, he just got one.
Here is the thing that I all want you to make sure and whisper me before next session, though.
What can I whisper you, Daddy?
All of you voted for Lom, which means all of you need to, at least at some point, secretly whisper me which one of the 3 companies you invest in that you want to go up a point.
Take us back to the screen.
Okay, I'll take you. Well, let's do that at the end of the session.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll do it at the end of the session just so we're not breaking things up. I'll move us over there because that way I try to keep it on that screen in between the weeks so you guys can think about that. But yeah, just keep that in mind because I'm forgetful, especially spinning all these plates. Keep in mind that you guys will need to send that to me because that's not going to take into effect until next week. But that could be a positive thing since a lot of those were forecasted to drop. Maybe you'll actually make one rise should it actually be correct with a forecast. Each of you votes and you all step out of the Arbiter's room back into the open of the Forsaken Square, having casted your vote, all 7 of you.
As I walk back out, I'm going to put a little bit of bacon in my pocket.
Okay.
That was I can't tell you I enjoy voting for Lom. Do I look different at all, Karma?
Cassius, I know you are always trying to pick a fight with me. And you and me, I thought we had something for a moment. We were starting to become friends. But now you're instigating a fight. And I'm just going to let it go this time.
Here, you can sign my book. Here, take my pen. And I hand her.
Obie leans over and says, "We can see the grease stains on your pockets."
Oh, is my pen leaking?
Do you need me to sign your dumb book again?
Yes, please.
Ugh. All right, give me that pen. I sign his book.
Thank you.
I take a whole page. At its bite.
Thank you, Mystic. So, each of you have arbitrated. You're each assuming it is for the Scorching Quill with Lom. What do you guys do?
I have a sudden sense of foreboding.
You know that at this point in your assignments with the Bastion, you are typically to wait. Within a 24-hour period, you will receive notification from Dazel and will likely go meet with her again. In the meantime, is there anything else you want to do?
Wait! Was the third figure Romulus? Can I do an investigation check on it?
Sure.
or insight or perception?
They would each tell you different things. I'll let you do any of those.
Why you gotta do that to me, Jason?
I will assist you with any of these.
You weren't there, though.
Oh, fair enough.
You would be able to.
Could I assist?
That's good.
You also weren't there. No one was there but me. 26 on insight.
Can I assist?
No.
26 on insight. Was that Romulus?
Romulus, a very tall, lithe, stringy figure with what is likely a pretty feminine form, masculine features, but also feminine form and large shape. This figure that you saw seemed a little larger than the shape of Romulus, at least from what you remember. So it doesn't seem like the case. You're not 100%. It doesn't seem like the case.
Keep that in mind. Write it in my notebook.
but yeah, write in my journal again. Dear diary, I met Paylor this morning.
No. I'm merely taking mental notes about who this third figure might be. The figure was larger than Romulus, that was all. That's all I was writing.
Well, boss, I think we should go and check in to make sure that all things have cleared at the old boss.
Ooh, the
gonna
devil.
We should go see Mom.
It amazing. Can't wait. Sounds like a great thing for all of us to do as a group. Can't wait to do it.
Yay!
Hey, relax. You have best bodyguard on Halcyon on payroll now.
It is correct. I have potentially a bodyguard.
Don't you know he stops attack?
I think back viscerally to lying on the ground bleeding out from demon wounds in my chest. I'm sure he does when given
He's
ample
the best-
opportunity.
Best bodyguard on Halcyon. We weren't on Halcyon.
Oh, fair. My mistake.
That's
did
why
my-
she's the smartest.
The
I did
record
my-
stands.
I did my best to not to stop you from attack, but I knew we would not win.
Oh, that's what you mean by you stop attack. I see.
I like to make sure no fight I lose, and I knew we lose that fight. I tried to stop attack.
Oh, that's a very tricky thing.
It is. It seems dubious, but it is how it works.
Anyway, I'm gonna cast protection from evil on myself as soon as we set foot in that building.
Oh, please, I will do.
I will do it. I take out my bagpipes.
Droning
Fair
sound of
enough, I did not
bagpipes.
I counter. I'm just kidding. I don't-
You would! I counter your counter spell. How
Hey.
dare you?
I counter. You're countering her.
No! Stop it!
Yes. Well, enough merriment. I am glad we are all in happy, good mood. We should go.
Devil.
It does.
Devil.
I do not know how much longer he will be not rotting corpse, so we should make best time.
Mhm.
Do you
Come
all
on,
head
rotting
towards
corpse.
the Dapper Devil restaurant? The
Yeah.
grill and bar, if you will. You each head that way, moving through the streets, and eventually finding yourselves outside of the Dapper Devil grill and bar. You step inside, passing underneath the large sign displayed up above that has the logo with a feminine silhouette laying on top of the logo with horns and a devilish tail. Stepping inside, you hear the lively sounds of the restaurant coming from all around you. Hang on.
Place is packed.
There are all kinds of, like, not rowdy, but you know, plenty of conversation between others, the sounds of forks and spoons, and you find yourselves inside. A female tiefling greets you up at the front at a desk and kind of looks on to see all 7 of you appearing. And there is a brimming smile on her face, and she says, "Oh, investors. I would gather you're here to see Lom."
Of course.
Very well then. Let me summon her. Did you want to do anything, Raph?
I message Obese. How much do we want to tell her?
I would say none more than we need to. But, let's see, what specifically do you mean?
I think we should not mention joining forces with the Resplendent just yet, but
Well,
mention that we may need her aid in the future.
I think this is good plan. Well, is she, do I know if she takes well the compliments? If she's flatterable?
She seems very charismatic. You assume she probably would not mind a compliment, although you haven't really... None of the parties ever seem to really try it yet. Other than maybe Vip.
Your skin flaps are so moist.
No.
The female attendant steps back into the room and
What?
says, whenever you're ready, if you would follow me.
I would say that we, our mission, he says back to Wrath,
Sure.
to gain favor. Yes, she need not know that she is not the only one we court.
Yes, indeed.
With menus in hand, the stewardess waves a hand and leads you through the familiar set of hallways as you pass by some open rooms. Plenty of different types of tiefling and perhaps devilish figures kind of sitting at various tables, eating refined and pretty expensive dinners. And you guys are led into a private room and sat down. They're sitting at the far end of the table with a grin. Seeing all 7 of you here is Lam. Lam looks on and kind of waves a hand for you all to sit and says,
Well, 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 looks like I finally get to have the whole gang together. Come on, take a seat, take a seat. I'm gonna be skipping food for now. I just had some not too long ago. Weird schedules here on Halcyon, you know the drill. So what's up? What can I do you for?
We are traded. All of us are traded.
Yeah, you're right. You all did arbitrate. This is correct. Which means that, Karma, you are free from my contract.
Raphael raises an eyebrow and like looks really hard at Long, like waiting for the catch.
Thank you, Ashley, for all of the bits. Thank you so much and welcome. You see Lom shift underneath the desk of the table here and pulls out a scroll and unfurls it. It almost rolls into the plate in front of her out some length. And she grips the top with 2 long fingernailed fingers and looks over to you, Karma, and says,
You sure you want to do this, Karma?
Oh, well, do I have any benefits if I don't?
Karma.
She means yes,
Karma.
because that was deal.
She winces. She feels everybody's.
If we're being technical, yes.
Well, just out of curiosity,
Karma.
why don't you tell the group the benefits?
I swear.
Lom reaches into her bosom and kind of pulls out a set of spectacles and sets them down on her beady eyes and pulls up the scroll and kind of runs through it, running a long fingernail through some of the text. And she says,
You may not have realized the comma, but there was a little bit of wording in here, as a devil does, to make sure that not only were you quote-unquote agreeing to working with me, by which we meant to be put under the gear spell, but that there's a bit of in between the lines here stating to the effect of ownership of your soul. As long as this contract still stays intact, as long as you agree to it, even now, though you may be free of the actual gear spell, this contract could stay in place. Your soul could still stay my responsibility.
Well, that is a tempting offer. She also remembers that she is not the only soul tied up in this contract.
No, what do you mean by that?
Well, that I am bound to duty with her as long as she is bound to duty with you. That was my contract.
This is understandable. I didn't happen to put any tricky wording in yours, OBs. And yes, as long as she agrees to her contract, you are also technically obliged to continue following along with me.
Yes.
Now, of course, you could just say the word comma, I'll tear this thing in half, render it void, you're free, your soul back to yours, in your own body, such that when you meet the great end, it will carry on. Or you could I don't know, still agree to this? Make sure that I keep an eye on that soul of yours.
What happens if I die with this contract on?
I would own your soul. It would be in my possession.
Oh, wow. You see why that's a hard. I mean, what would you do with my soul?
You see, that's the thing, Karma. From the surface level, of course, you're gonna nape and neigh at the sound of me holding on to your soul. But when you really think about it, me having responsibility of your soul means that should you ever accidentally, per se, in the pursuits of your work with the Bastion, fall under the prey of the guild, your body minted, your soul would go to me and not the pits of the abyss.
That's fine. We'll just not fail, right, Karma?
So what if I don't get minted and I die another way? Then what happens to my soul?
Under the contract, I still own your soul.
Well, I mean,
Say the words, Karma.
The alternative is that you go to the abyss if you're minted and become just another number in the demon's armies.
Karma, please.
wait. So,
I am a cleric of Celestian. We are born travelers. I have been stuck on this Halcyon for so long. It very much literally pains me to stay here.
I get it. Let me just.
The only time I have felt whole is walking through this fucking stairways that I had to keep you all on.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm just asking questions.
Questions.
So, say I die, you have my soul. Will I be able to resurrect or anything beneficially?
If whatever happens to your body and I'm able to somehow get my hands on it, a possibility. If you're minted, probably not so much a possibility.
Oh.
I don't know exactly what alternative means I could pursue at the moment. But just know that the entire point of this contract was to obviously garner the support of your group through both you and the contract, but also to ensure that if anything was to happen to you, your soul went to me instead of the demons.
You know, yeah.
Mortality is something we all must wrestle with.
Oh no, I'm. Mom, go ahead and rip the contract up and free obese. And keeping my promise to Raphael that this contract is going to be ripped apart.
Then, Karma Tycoon, I pronounce you free from my servitude.
And she rips the contract in half. It burns with a fiery singe, almost as if lit aflame, although similar to your invitations back when you entered into the museum. It just like quickly zooms up through the material of the paper, and within a flash, it is gone.
So there you go. You got your soul back intact. OBs, you're free from servitude and protecting her. You may carry on with your Celestian ways.
Jeez. Oh, thank you. Oh, goodness. Oh. Well?
Please.
Thank you, Karma. What?
You're welcome. And don't forget it, Raphael, I did it. So you both should be happy now. Thank you.
I am not happy.
Oh you're not?
Things are merely returning to normal equilibrium. I am now not angry.
Oh.
It's very interesting, Raphael, that you would vote for me.
Indeed, I valued the soul of my friend above my own conviction in this one instance because I believe that our companionship, collectively, all of us as a group, will end up paying holy dividends in the end when we rid this city from demons.
You took a step towards temporary sin for what you believe would ultimately be a righteous goal, is what I'm
Hopefully
hearing.
for the greater good, yes.
What an interesting decision, then. This
Something
puts
which I
me...
must- Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Something which I will punish myself thoroughly for over the next few weeks.
This puts me in an interesting position, seeing that although you have arbitrated for me a fair amount of times, considering I gathered the group together, it puts me at a point where I lose a little bit of leverage. However, I am your Lami Mommy, leader of the Scorching Quill. If you need more information regarding what's going on with the guild, the only true source to get it from is the woman who knows about them the best.
True.
You?
That's correct. I'm the only one out of all these people you're playing around with that you can actually trust.
Well, you were at least good to your word to a point. I suppose that makes you the least repugnant of the devils I have known in my life.
If you've known any devils, they're all true to their word. You just gotta make sure to read the small print.
Indeed.
So then, what else can I help you all with?
Can you tell us about that, Zal?
What about her? Or what about them?
Did you have more information on that Zal herself? Like anything that typically isn't known?
There may be some pieces of information I may be holding on to regarding Bullionaire Bastion, perhaps involving Dazel. Yes.
Not important enough to share.
None that I feel inclined to do so, as I don't know that it would be particularly helpful to you all at this point in time.
It may be a piece of the puzzle that we need to solve if we are to assault the sun. That she knows about that, right? I didn't fuck that up.
No, I told her about that part.
Okay.
This plan you all have to assault the sun, what exactly does this entail? You think you're just gonna march in there?
We're still figuring that out. It's not like we're about to leave here and go directly there. It's a work in progress. Speaking of which, I understand that you have a package for me, or at least will soon, from the Collector?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, what Karma told me, the Collector's gonna be sending me a smaller, more manageable soul cage that they're creating.
Indeed.
I would be happy to give it to you under a special condition that I would hope that you would all understand. Karma told me about this soul trade you plan on doing with Razim. I understand you're all trying to be the better angels and saving a soul that you find from the curator. But as I told her, and I hope you all understand the significance of this, you're gonna have to forget about Razim. It is just one soul. The issue is that if you end the life of the Sheen, the magic that she has used to turn countless citizens into gold under the table from the public, that magic will no longer hold its presence within the city. All of those minted, all of those broken down, all of those forged down in the fires, all of those turned to gold and then used in the city, will go back to their actual forms of blood, bone.
Tenants of Viscera, perhaps this city deserves it, if you don't mind me saying. It is rotten to the core. Perhaps ridding the sheen will merely make its outside look like its inside.
I don't think you understand what I'm exactly trying to elicit to you all. What I am implying, and unfortunately, not all of you were able to see the terrible truce. But because the guild has had a finger on the Bastion since the beginning, quite a large majority of what makes up Halcyon is the people. If you destroy the Sheen, kill her, send her soul back to the Abyss, in any form outside of this city, the entire place will collapse in on itself. I'm not talking about just economical collapse. I'm talking about likely physical. We're talking about hundreds, maybe thousands of people dying in an instant because everything is turned back to the way it was. And that's not even including the mental anguish that so many will go through. No, what I'm suggesting here is I give you the soul cage, and I've been thinking about this ever since Karma brought it up. This idea to fight the Sheen and end her life would mean that with this device from the curator, her soul will be trapped within it, and that is still within the city limits. From there, I would like you to bring it to me so that I can protect it and keep it safe from anyone who would try to then take it and abscond with it.
Raphael immediately messages Karma, no!
This way, the Sheen is dealt with. The foot of the Guild of Demons is dealt with. The city can return to its proper prosperity that it was always meant to shine under. And everything gets to stay as it is.
How it is now, you do not hold all the power. This is a suitable alternative to you?
What are you trying to suggest?
I suggest that you do not hold all power in Halcyon and you wish to continue in this direction.
Well, that's the thing, my friend Obies. According to the amount of votes that I have, things are looking pretty nice for me, so that whenever one of you is chosen as their little golden boy or girl by the Bastion, I'll be making sure to follow up behind you, and yes, pulling a large number of the strings should you end up choosing me. Which, from the way things have been going, seems pretty likely.
So I'm confused out of character. What she means. Are all of our votes being?
Well, we just all voted for her.
Yeah. Are they being recorded as electoral college for when we get put in power? We voted for Lom so many times, so he's gonna get so much of our power.
So this is what I was explaining towards the beginning of the campaign. One of you, depending on the values of your investments from our metagame, is going to be chosen to lead Bullionaire Bastion. Right. However, through the process of your arbitrations, those who you send the most information to basically is going to be able to act on that information the quickest. They're going to be able to, so for example, you all vote for Lom. Lom now gets the information that you gathered about Razim first, or in other missions, the information about potential demons who've taken the place of Bullionaire Bastion members. And she can herself, acting on that information before Bullionaire Bastion can, replaces them with her own people. Basically, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I have a question. Is it the total amount of votes that they receive, or the amounts that were just cast by the winning person?
It's the absolute total. So the more votes that they are getting, the more power that they're gathering. They're basically taking up space and positions in the Bullionaire Bastion with each vote that they get, because they're able to act on the information you arbitrate first.
This is fine because we are going to spread votes. I mean, you all wasted chance last week to make this a one-time vote for long. That is all I will say. Out of character in this void space we exist in.
I'm gonna message OBs. We need to all vote for the Resplendent next time.
Yes, I assumed that this was the next course of action.
Still might not be enough, Raphael thinks.
I think we played the round too many times, and we have now yet to just make the best of the crashing situation.
Played around.
I did what I said that I would do.
As did I.
Yes.
At any rate, Lom, you're correct. We can't allow innocents to die by having the soul leave the city. For the time being, if you at least entrust us with the soul cage, we can work toward trapping it within. What happens afterwards is still up for debate, but suffice to say, I won't stand by and allow hundreds of thousands to die.
Another soul.
What do you mean?
So, if the Resplendent or Lom or whoever, I assume they might want the soul as well. I can only assume. If the Sheen leaves the sun and Halcyon falls apart, what if somebody else was inside of the sun? What if another soul was put in there, another person to shine radiance or whatever the Sheen is doing?
It was the Sheen's magic that makes the gold, I believe.
We
Exactly.
would be replacing one powerful demon with another. I don't think that solves the issue.
No, I'm just curious, is that what would happen? Would someone else step in there and replace it? Would another powerful figure being replace the Sheen? Or would they have to? Could they? I'm just curious.
26 Arcana, does that sound magically feasible?
You can't tell just because you've had no experience with the Sheen.
Yeah, we got no idea how this shit works.
No, I'm asking Lom.
Lom says,
It, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't exactly work like that. It's not the sun that holds significance, although obviously it being a source of light for the city is a boon to everyone, so I'm not looking to destroy the sun. The Sheen is an issue that needs to be dealt with. But the source of all those who have been minted comes straight from her. I've heard stories, you see, and this is how I know, of folks who have tried to maybe take some of their earnings from Bullionaire Bastion and illegally ship it off-world. And once this has happened, I've heard through secondhand accounts that, at least very verifiable accounts, that this gold, once it leaves the vicinity of Halcyon, i.e. the vicinity of the Sheen herself, it dissipates and turns back to whatever used to make it up, which is people.
Who would be dumb enough to take all of that and leave?
Sweats and Kinku.
Plenty of people looking for opportunities outside of the city, for sure, but that is just another way that the demons keep you stuck here, trapped.
Insidious. Well, fine. Just give us the soul cage when it arrives. We'll figure something out. We don't even have a plan yet to assault the sun, so there is a long road for us yet to travel.
Is Sheen always the Sheen?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, was at any point she saw the Sheen or it, whatever this thing is, was this creature always the Sheen, or was it like, I don't know, something that makes things into gold? Could that have been something infinite one?
What I gather, she's a demonic mutant, although none of my people have seen her, or at least got a look at her and lived, that is. So as far as I'm aware, she's a mixture of demonic blood. But how she has the ability to turn people into gold, it's up in the air. Probably from maybe those who are higher up than her, granting her some twisted sense of favor. Something thematic to the city, but used in a depraved way, like a demon would.
Guys, all we gotta do is make the Sheen into an NFT and give the receipt to the collector. This is a half joke. I'm like half serious about this. Like, anyway, Raphael doesn't know how to say this in character, but Luke has half of an idea.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. It is early days on this. Yes, there's still much information to be discovered. I think we are chasing our tails right now. We have a direction, and we should probably learn more before we give you any more promises.
Oh, look, I can at least appreciate that some of you like Raphael see the light. Just killing the Sheen and making some trade for some random schmuck's soul back in the abyss, that's not going to work unless you just want countless people to die and Halcyon to crumble. This is the center point of what is likely all of the Twixt. And having me in charge is going to help you all out. I will do this for you, Raphael, because I'm a woman of my word. When I receive this package from the curator, I will hand off this soul cage to you. And perhaps you all working with the Bastion can come up with something.
I'm gonna message Raphael. Raphael, tell her about Razine. I can't let this. I'm not gonna be able to.
I'm gonna message back. By the way, I love message. We should never have a group without message. She just lost her leverage. I don't want to give her more.
Yeah. I mean, by you telling her about Razine, it's basically, I mean, she knows how fucking stubborn you are. Maybe we can find another way to do whatever she's trying to do.
I do not want to resort to that just yet.
Alright.
So, we got a plan then. I give you the soul cage, you maybe work and come up with some cockamamie thing. Hey, maybe the Bastion says, hey, great job, you have done a lot of detective work for us, take your money and go home. And they try to figure this crap out for themselves, and you're all able to continue living your blessed lives for however many days we got left here, huh?
Doubtful.
Yes. I would agree to that.
You hear Obese's eyes blink. Point, 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 point.
Raphael stands up and says, Lom, at some point, if we are to take on the Sheen, and you know I'm serious if I'm the one saying this, we will most likely need your help.
Of course you will. What are you, crazy?
Of course.
Oh, well, no, not crazy, exactly.
Well, what do you think you've been meeting here the whole time for? You're gonna need my help. I've got armies of devils.
Right. Just, we're keeping our options open, let's say.
But to hear it come from your lips, it is impactful to say the least.
If nothing, I hope you can at least see that I'm making a concession here for the sake of Halcyon.
You know, a devil's work is a bit of concession both ways. Sometimes maybe kept a little more under the sheets on the devil's side. But be aware that there are times when pertinent that the devils are willing to pull back and perhaps reveal a little bit of their cards as well when the time is right.
I'll keep that in mind. Raphael's only saying all this because Pelora specifically showed him a vision that had Lom in it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be saying shit.
Obese would... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Raphael just kind of does a nod and leaves. He's done. He's had
Obese
enough.
would press that and say, yes, we are wishing to not be caught off guard by the Bastion, which is why Karma asked you about Dazel earlier.
What do you mean caught off guard? By what form?
We know that they keep secrets. That is what they do. We wish to know some of the secrets we do not know. It seemed as if you knew something that may help us with Dazel. unless I misunderstood all of that.
I got plenty of secrets, especially about Dazel, but to reveal them to you now isn't the right time.
Maybe it is not full contract, but it is show of faith that we work together in the future. You tell us something small, something that points us in the right direction, maybe. We do not know what we need, but do you know what might be helpful? He says, not really believing.
I need to put a couple more pieces into the right places, and from there, I think it may be time to perhaps enlighten a couple folks about some things. But right now, as I've told Kama before, sometimes old Lami purposefully keeps information hidden, not to be obscure and playfully vague, but in an attempt to keep people safe.
This, I will accept. Not because you say it, but because I say it.
Just keep the eyes in the back of your heads, no matter who you're dealing with.
Yes, is what I do. I stop attack if you have not heard.
I've heard it about 1,003 times now.
It is on my business card. It is hard to miss.
It's commendable. You do what you do. I can't hold you to it. I can't hold against you, rather. So
Besides the very strong, I always stop attack. He looks at.
Raph's already out of the building. Raph left.
And then he looks around and says, like, "What? You did not hear."
How about this? You go do your meeting with Dazel. Come back to me at some point afterwards. Tell me what they told you so that I'm filled in and understand what the situation is so I can help alternatively inform you real things going on.
Yes, see, it is always the last sentence that is most telling. We will see.
All right, well, time will tell. I hope you all do the right thing in the end. I wish you the best. Monifa, as always, a wonderful dinner having you here. I really appreciate it.
Always excellent.
Kama, your soul is free now. Make sure you don't get minted. And Cassius, I'm sure they make all kinds of sort of like aloe and lotions for that nasty ass hand of yours. Now get out of here.
I examine my hand and kind of stretch out and casually flip her the bird and walk out.
Before I leave, I want to walk up to I want to talk to Lami. But I want to wait for people to trail out, not make a big deal out of it.
I'm assuming everyone begins to file out with just Karma left.
I wait for Karma at the door. Like, do you wave him out?
I mean, you don't gotta stick around no more.
He waits a beat and just nods and turns.
What do you need, Karma?
We're gonna be talking, you and me. But
I would hope so, of course. You're gonna need me.
next time I come to you, I'm gonna have an offer.
An offer.
She kind of presses her long fingers together.
What are we talking about?
A deal of sorts.
What kind of deal are we talking about?
I can't believe it.
You don't wait. You don't.
I'm not there. I'm just saying as Luke.
It's not what you think. It's it's not. I just this whole we're discovering a whole bunch of stuff about higher powers, whatnot, lower powers. To bring like the Francis Joaquin back into the city. I understand her presence is dwindling. I think that in the future, if we can.
You talking about the god Joaquin?
Yeah.
Oh no, she ain't coming back here.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you know about Joaquin?
I know the gods don't come to the Twixt. She may be fond of this place, sure, but she ain't gonna step foot in it.
So she was never here?
She's certainly had a certain amount of favor for this place. Obviously cast her divine blessings on a number of the people here. Even though you're not in a particular plane, doesn't mean you can't give favor to those who worship you. But in terms of walking along the streets with the people, being an actual presence with them, you may as well turn me into a human if that's the case. The day that happens, I would be surprised, and Lami ain't surprised by anything, hon.
Oh. Okay. Well, we'll be in touch then.
Why are you concerned about Joaquin? If we remove the guild, things will still be running pretty nicely here in Halcyon. Maybe Joaquin still blesses a couple folk, that's fine. I ain't gonna argue with that. But the money should still keep flowing. If anything, Joaquin probably wants this. She probably doesn't want one of the pinnacles of economic progress within a plane to be taken over by demonic forces. It would go against what she stands for. Now, she has been one to dabble in the more illicit trades from time to time, but she's not a backstabber like the demons are. She would probably be happy for us to rid this place of them.
Well, I mean, she seems important. She seems like she at least had a strong enough presence to save people at one point.
I'm sure she saved a lot of people with her miracles. Money in your pocket is just opportunity. Anything like that, even for the downtrodden, probably gave them some means to carry on.
When souls leave the body, how long does the body typically take to,
Well, I mean, if you don't got a soul, you're usually like right from the get-go. It's kind of like taking your brain out. You're not going to survive long without that.
Cassius... he follows Joaquin, right?
It wouldn't surprise me from that little necklace he has. I figured as much.
And Joaquin has a strong enough presence around Cassius to keep him safe in a lot of ways.
Well, many people pray to her, and obviously from the amount of boons we've seen monetarily wise throughout the city, that wouldn't surprise me. She likely protects a lot of people in a lot of different ways.
Something is happening to her where her magics are dwindling. I'm telling you, you've seen his nasty, crusty hand. You made a comment on it.
Oh, you think that's because of Joaquin specifically?
Absolutely.
Well, he sure did something to piss her off then.
Why would she be mad for someone leaving Halcyon? Would you know? Would you have any insight into that?
Well, look, if you're a follower of Joaquin, then you gotta believe in the tenets. If you believe in the god of coin, trade, and commerce, but don't want to try to be in a pivotal position to spread her name and her values in one of the most prominent cities, economic-wise, in all of the Twixt, that's obviously got to make the god of commerce look on that with a little bit of disdain.
that makes sense. All right, well, we'll be in touch. Thanks again.
Oh shit, Cash is too poor.
No.
Right?
I wonder if that's actually why. Interesting.
I get it.
Well, anyways, Karma, get out of here. Watch yourself.
Get the fuck out of here.
I got a lot of things to tend to.
See you later.
I'll see you next time. And hey, just because I don't own your soul, or I got you under the gears anymore, doesn't mean that I'm expecting you to stop trying to convince them all to vote for me. You know as well as I do, even if you don't like me on the surface, that I am the best one for the job.
Right.
You can't trust anybody else. I'm giving you the full truth, and the things I ain't telling you is saving your asses. Trust me.
Know about that part, but I will continue to, ignorance is bliss, so sure.
Ignorance is a wonderful thing, Karma. Keep following my word in ignorance. Do what I say. I'll make sure we see the light of the next day.
Huh. Alright. Bye.
Get out of here.
You exit Karma with everyone else.
I need to go home and pray.
So I'm gonna put that Karma.
Huh? Oh, that was just, parting words.
You didn't sign another contract, did you?
No.
Good.
Thanks for doing that.
I hope it pays off. Otherwise, I'm worried that I have doomed an entire city for the sake of one soul.
You're not actually gonna do this for one soul. You're not actually gonna doom an entire city for one soul, are you?
If we succeed, we won't have to.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that we must find a way to somehow remove the demon, keep the quill from power, and keep everyone in the city from drowning in a torrent of blood and viscera. Just a everyday adventuring dilemma.
It's simple. There's two easy options to this. Very easy. But I don't think we're gonna live to see them.
Fuck. And what are those options, just out of curiosity?
No, you replace a devil with a god, and I can think of two easy gods to just persuade, perhaps.
The gods aren't present in the Twixt. That's right out. At least not directly.
We're better for it.
Watch your tongue, cat.
So, you're telling me a golden giant sun created by a patron and follower of Pelor.
Well, his power works through his followers like all gods do, but you know as well as I that in the Twixt, the gods are not physically present.
Oh no, but they can still bestow power. What better throne for someone to rule this golden city than a giant sun shining upon it? Be easy if they were to choose someone to put up there.
What you're saying is an ideal scenario for me, but currently we have no path toward it.
We might not have any path. We still had to go see Dazelle, and that's what I was saying earlier. I'm a little worried that arbitration may have pissed them off.
Well, listen, we're all good at lying.
No, we're not.
Well, half of us are good at lying. I'm pretty good at it myself. I've lied to all of you multiple times.
Oh, really shocking.
I mean, I expected the same from the rest of you. I figured fair is fair.
I am very bad at lying.
I haven't lied to you.
Oh, I am very bad at lying.
Perfect. It's perfect.
I grew up in a casino. I think I can lie through something, but I don't think I'm going to be able to lie to Sal.
Well,
Be
I
lying.
have no compulsion lying to her, so we'll just all say that we voted for Bastion, right?
Yes, I mean, why don't we just keep her posted with the information that we know?
I do think we shouldn't cut them off entirely. I still trust in the vision Pelor showed me, and there is still a chance that the third figure I saw was somehow related to the Bastion. It would be foolish to exclude them completely.
Easiest way is to get a better look at Dazel.
It's pretty big. It was a very large figure, like larger than Dazel. So unless she's got like a super powerful mech suit, she's gonna power up and fight with us then.
Well, this isn't her final form.
Oh. I'm just going to ask her that to her face. Is this your final form?
Do you think it is possible that there is a would be fifth player on the field, I guess?
It's possible. I haven't ruled out that we might be able to find a defector in league with the demons. And although it would sicken me to work with one of them, if it meant the death of the Sheen, it's possible. But this is pure conjecture. I have nothing to go on there.
No. Demons stab themselves in the back all the time. Each other, pardon me. That's their game.
Something
to say about the enemy of my enemy.
In this case, yes. The enemy of my enemy would be my friend.
Do you think that Pelor shows you what must be or what could be?
I asked him how we could defeat the Sheen, and he showed me, through my limited vision, how we could do so. I didn't say how we could save the city. I said how we could defeat the Sheen. And it seems we need the combined strength of both of the vying factions and a third party.
I suppose one way or the other we need to find third party.
Indeed. We'll keep looking.
Whichever party may be.
Let's go get our money. I'm gonna buy a fucking airship. If anyone wants to go in with me on the airship, we could do like a split venture.
Deal?
All right.
Yes, haul my corpse around.
You guys
We'll get a nice sarcophagus in there for you.
know that you... What was that, Manifa?
Oh, is it going to be a nice airship? Because, I mean, that sounds like fun. Make it like a cruise liner.
I mean, it's got room for 8 people, so it's not going to be a cruise liner.
Oh, yacht. Little yacht.
Little yacht. Air yacht.
You guys know that you have a period of time that you must wait before receiving word from Dazel. OBs, you also, if you guys would choose to do so, also have Udis and Broken Fang that you could bring to the Resplendent. If that's something you wanted to do before meeting with Dazel, it is up to you. Otherwise, you can wait to meet with Dazel.
Raph Def wants to do that next week.
Yeah.
Or this week if we're still going. I don't know.
We
would make a quick point that maybe we wait to take her until she's healed, and then he makes a big eyebrow wiggle, and then you understand that he means or until we need her as a bargaining chip.
Ah, yes. I don't want to usurp her wishes, but you raise a valid point. Maybe we wait for Dazel first.
How frequently do we do arbitrations? The point is, OBs will set a time limit and say, if we do not make it back to arbitration and we don't need her to do the thing within X amount of days, we'll take her. I do not wish to have her suffer, just we have so little on the table.
I tell you what, when I go to speak to the Resplendent after we learn of our next mission, if we haven't already taken the lizard folk there, we'll take her there then.
I can accept.
All right. Does anyone have any other ideas? Is everyone on board with that? So, hoping to receive your next mission, you all maybe head back towards your own respective places, spending a little time to oneselves. and wait until receiving word from Dazel. That is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ashley, for stopping by in the bits. Thank you, Danny Hurt, for stopping by and giving us that raid. That was very nice of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Chili Draws, for the host as well. That was so nice of you. R Dash, I really appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. And a huge thank you to both Mousy and Mystic for all of those gifted subs. That was so nice of you. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much that means to me, and goes back into supporting all of the stuff here that I do on both the channel as well as just the God mode stuff in general, in terms of like the Patreon and everything else. So that was legitness. Thank you all so much. I hope you had fun. Let me see how I want to say. There will be some fun stuff up ahead, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really digging all of the role play that's happening. It's been great. I'll get my stuff ready, and I'm like, man, I hope this is enough content here. And then we get into a game, and I'm like, this is fucking great.
Awesome.
So hopefully, is everyone else having fun so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Super fun, dude.
So yes, just as another point of clarification, Kyle, basically what's happening on the outside is your arbitrations, whoever gets the majority of them in a sort of like a single session, if you could consider it that, is basically able to act on the information. For example, like, if there's a demon in disguise or something like that, basically they're able to chip away at Bullionaire Bastion's power and insert themselves in there, basically slowly usurping Bullionaire Bastion. So it's more like whoever ends up on top of the investment game is obviously likely going to be crowned the leader of Bullionaire Bastion, but the Bullionaire Bastion will largely be made up of a makeup of whatever faction, whether that's actual Bullionaire Bastion if you arbitrate for them the most, or the Scorching Quill if they're able to have enough of their devilish kind of impersonate members of the Bastion, or perhaps the Resplendent, who uses her gifts to awaken the most members of Bullionaire Bastion, kind of tipping the scales in their favors. So you would be in charge, but as mentioned before by the three previous factions you are currently in, if you all end up arbitrating for Bullionaire Bastion, you will be in charge, leading it all, and will have largely all of the decision-making power. If the Scorching Quill ends up taking over, Lam is happy to allow you to continue being the face of Halcyon and Bullionaire Bastion, but she, as she's mentioned before, will still want to pull most of the more important strings behind the scenes to ensure the safety of Halcyon and that business continues as usual. The Resplendent told you at the beginning that if she receives the most arbitrations, that she will be the face of the Bullionaire Bastion and Halcyon, but will happily allow whoever got the most amount of bullion and whoever became crowned the leader to serve along with her as a partner, if you will. So there are some different perspectives on how each of them wants to rule, and that will be...
We all got to vote for not Lom next time. We all got to vote for either Bastion or fucking Resplendent, one or the other. I don't even care, as long as it's not Lom.
Find us in character.
I heard you say a lot of words, but there was only one option.
And what was that, Cassius?
Bastion, to hell with Resplendent.
Fair, I'll take that.
It's well, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
It seems like the tip of an iceberg that could go on for a long time.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, you at least know that there can only be one victor, so it will be
the only one.
Up to you all to decide who ends up on top. So thank you everybody for stopping by. I know we're a little over time. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun then. We're entering a good mark here. I know that this has been a lot of fun so far from what you guys have been telling me, but just wait. Just wait. Now it's time for me to kick things into gear. So, we'll meet back here Same time, same place next week, Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope all of you come back and join me. Thank you all so much for the raids, the hosts, the bits, the follows. I really appreciate all the support. If you want to and missed any of this episode but want to get caught up just on the series in general, or whatever you missed of this episode, all of the VODs are here on the Twitch. Just go down there into the videos, or they are uploaded onto YouTube. There you go. Thank you, Kevin, for that post over on the YouTube page. You can go check out any of those. If you're a Patreon member, you're going to get this episode as early as tomorrow and watch it. Otherwise, I upload episodes for the public on Tuesdays, so make sure and check that out. What's up, Lazy? I'm happy that you stopped in. We're about to shut up, but happy to have you. I hope your session went well. So yes, make sure and go check that out. Hey, tune in to my Twitter at God Mode on Monday, because we're going to be giving away this little boy here, who, at least in his crochet form, still bears the coin. We'll have to see what happens in the game with that coin, and if Cassius can find it and get it back. We'll see. But yes, go check that out. We're going to be giving away a crochet version of Cassius Auditeur starting Monday. That'll be running throughout the week. I also have some other surprises. Like I was saying, seasonal merch in the Patreon shop is going to be eventually shifting because we're moving into summer. There will be all new pieces of merchandise, and I'm happy to share some stuff with those folks that are going to be both on the Patreon, and I'll be sharing them to the public just to kind of drum up some interest in that. So make sure and check that out. We got an Instagram, Facebook. Oh gosh, what else? Got the Patreon, this Twitch here. That's mostly everything. So make sure and go follow all that stuff. MySpace. What was that? What was that video platform that got banned?
Vine.
Grinder.
We're on Grinder.
No.
Make sure and go check us out there and give it a follow. Support the channel. I really appreciate it.
Hello,
Oh,
Armingo.
Mousy. Thank you. Yeah, Mousy. What's the singlecchristianfarmers.com? Go check that out too.
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. I think there's one specifically for like Christian farmers though.
Farmers only.
Farmers only.
Only farmers.
Let's go see if
Habitat.com.
Carney Sideshow is doing
Carney's
stuff.
live.
Carney
Yeah.
is live.
All right, well let's go raid Carney because they do some cool stuff, and I'm excited to go throw them some love. So let's go raid them. I'm gonna punch this in Carney's Sideshow. So thank you everyone so much. I really appreciate it. Spread the word of the channel. I'm trying to kind of get our numbers up, and just keep getting eyes on the stream here. Because I have a great group of role players that do an excellent job. This is as a stream only as successful because they are here and doing an amazing job. So I have some great friends, and I really enjoy the role play. It's really awesome. So I wanna spread the word, get it out there, because I think they all deserve to see more eyes on the cool stuff we do Friday night. So make sure and spread the love. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna try and raid. Carney Sideshow here. I can't type in that. Let's try it from here. I'll do it from the dashboard. There we go. Okay, so thank you everybody so much. I'm going to play our outro as I go ahead and shift our chat over to Carney Sideshow. They do a lot of D&D stuff. They do like a modern version of D&D set in the Forgotten Realms, and they do a bunch of fun one-shots, so go check them out. I'm going to go raid them now. Goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next week. Make sure and check my schedule because we play other games throughout the week. We are probably going to be doing the finale of Valheim this next week, so make sure and stop in, say hello, slap some stickers, and join us for that. Thank you so much for pushing us past the 100 sub goal. We're at 104 subs. That's insane. So yes, we're headed out. We all need some sleep. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. All right, I'll play our outro. Goodbye, everybody.
Now let's look at another one of these. This is where we go into the Dungeon Master's Guide. Who is the Dungeon Master?
Well, the Dungeon Master is a person who plays God in the game. And he controls all the situations. In fact, the books tell him that he is the god of the game, and he controls the situations in the game, controls the way the players are moving through the dungeons, and then if he doesn't like someone, he can play pretty much against them.
Do you think parents are aware that when the children play the game, that demon spirits are involved?
I do not think that many parents are aware of what's inside the game. In fact, in my presentation, I show many pictures from the inside of the books just to show the images of this game. I mean, the gruesomeness of this game and the occult link to it.
Well, I know that when I did my message, and this has happened, I have letter after letter where people took the pieces. Now, there's 6s involved in the pieces of the game, but they take the pieces of the game, they would throw them in the incinerator or the fireplace, and screams would come out because there seemed to be some kind of spiritual forces inhabiting those pieces, and children would drop out of life. They didn't want to study anymore. What are the pieces, for instance?
Well, this game affects the most intelligent of our children. And the pieces include white witches, wizards, necromancers, the clerics, that type of thing. It includes evil wizards. It's a white versus black witchcraft. The good versus evil is white versus black witchcraft. And Anton LaVey, the writer of the Satanist Bible, says there is no such thing as white witchcraft.
Well, being a Satan worshiper, he should know.
Yeah, he should know.